what should we do? All the jokes have become the news. Take the black pill they're prescribing you. Game over. Game over. Game over. Game over. There is nothing to say, nothing you can do. The government and media just lie to you. Sit back and laugh, it's overdue. Game over. Game over. Game over. Game over. The host is a cripple, he can't stand gravity or the man. Game over. Game over. Game over. Game over. The show is the chat Johnny doesn't understand. We don't care what he has planned. Game over. Game over. Game over. Game over.
Well. Welcome, everybody. Ready to flip over. We're still in the relaxed studio. Digger will be joining us. Not at the moment, obviously. She's got her own little thing to do for a bit. She's got her own thing she likes to do, and I don't control my women like I've ever had, plural. I don't tell her what to do. So she's going to do her stream for 2 hours reading. Is she still on the Great Controversy? I think she's still on the Great Controversy. I will be honest, I'm a dick. I'm busy doing a show. I don't keep up with what Digger's reading at the moment. I believe she's either close to wrapping it up or wrapping up the Great Controversy. My question is, what is she going to do after that? Like, I know a lot of what goes on in her life right now for reasons I won't go into. But what is she reading after that? She got something on deck? She got a plan? You have to she reaches out to the authors before she reads a lot of the books she reads. So I don't know where that'll go. Either way, after she's finished with that, she's going to join us over here where we have whole bunches of fun hanging out with you fine folks. Lab Glass over in Johnny. Hi, Johnny's Wiener. It's just, I appreciate the hello. I wish you saw me as more than a dick. Hi, happy glaze your lemon pound cake Thursday. What? I don't think anyone was calling it that, but I do want to change the name now. I have the name of the show as Don, Josh, and Pete. And the reason the name of the show is Don, Josh, and Pete, our first hour is where all of our serious stuff goes up. We're going to talk about Don Lemon and something he did that made the news that kind of made him put his foot in his mouth. And it's weird because I hate to say this, but because I don't like Don Lemon. In fact, until a recent introduction of lemon juice and cooking to some fish that I've had and a lemon pound cake that I've eaten, I would say as a fruit, lemon, not my favorite. But Don Lemon is a very particular, singular kind of lemon, and I didn't enjoy that there lemon. But anyways, I do agree with parts that, like a lot of what he's saying, a lot of the arguments he's making, and they are arguments that I myself and people around me have made. So I can't help but kind of root for Don. But he gets his ass, and thusly that means me, gets our asses handed to us. It's not good, Don. It's not good. I was saying what you were saying. I don't do what you do. I'm not that kind of guy. But I mean, like, oh, Oz might as well have not shown up today with Aaron taking a dumb call.
Fuck off.
Okay. I'll be honest. I'm dealing with my own life stuff that has zero to do with like the Steel Toe show. So I've been having some up and downs for a while, and I kind of try to keep all things like as even keeled as I can, because if I'm known for one thing on the internet, it's my emotional regularity. And yeah, so I haven't really been paying attention. I'm sorry. Thanks for the update. I didn't ask for, I guess. The hall monitor syndrome's at it again. Miss Digger's stream, but watched the VOD. She did a good job. Hope the LPC turned out good. Oh, the lemon pound cake. I missed the morning show, spending too much time on my fermentation tracking app at night. That's interesting. It looked like it should be good. Simple recipe, and she knows how to bake. It looked like it was going to come out good. She said that she had to wait for it to cool all the way before it could be removed from the pan and she could glaze it. So we can ask her today if she's gotten to that step. As so far as I know, she has not removed it from the pan and glazed it. I'm trying to be completely innocent saying it, and I know you guys are looking at me probably thinking you're a cunt. But I can't help but fucking smirk when I say remove it from the pan and glaze it. See what I mean? Can't stop myself. Cannot stop myself. Now, don't freak out. I'm going to put a link in the chat, but under no circumstances do I insist you play it. Oh, Wild Saffron. I didn't freak out. On the other guy, what was it? Labglass. I said, no, I'm not. I just didn't want to click it. Didn't want to play it. Plus, there was another part of that recipe that you didn't have. It's the, like, putting a show. Johnny won't play my links. Like, yeah, it's not the play your links show. But okay. Thank you. You're fine. You're forgiven. Permission granted. Whatever. Anyhow, there we go. Let's load our first hour stuff. Boom. Boop. Boop. We'll ban her. That's what we'll do. We'll ban her. And that's the other thing, too. Like, all I said is I don't want to play your shit. I'm not going to play your links. All right, fine. Bye. Like, it's not like I banned people. Oh, all right. Message left on the desk. Oh, yeah, we've got a local story that I'm actually very worried about. So, yeah, Don Lemon did some funny shit. I unfortunately, sadly, agree with him. I didn't know this, but according to information I'm now finding out, Josh Dummel, is that how you say his name? Lives in, like, Minnesota, and apparently is in, like end of times, like, doomsday prepper. And we've got a clip of him updating where he's saying he's at like 70%. I did not know this. This is surprising to me. Both he lives in this state and that's got to be wrong. I've got to have misread that. And he's a doomsday prepper. So, Dummel. Josh Dummel. I'm just like, that's a weird one, you know. I read the thing. I followed the link. I was looking into the story, and then I like they said Hollywood star, like fucking. I was like, wait a minute, or Hollywood actor or actor. No, I think they just said actor. I was like, yeah, but it's some guy who does like local shit, right? And I was like, oh shit, that's an actual actor. He was in one of the Transformers movies. All right, God. Was he in? No, he was not in. He was not in any of the Hitman movies, but he was probably one of the people they looked at for that role too. We got all those things. And then Pete Hegseth. This is one of the things where I wish we had her here for this. Digger could. Oh, that's right. That drives her nuts. I got to keep the hair frilly in the front. Dumal. Do or Dumal. There's no try. He's originally a Dakota boy. Well, then that would explain why he's in Minnesota. Like, that's in the area, and maybe there's some sort of advantage for that. At least I certainly hope so. Did I close out? No, I didn't. All right, so then we need to close this. That freaked me right the fuck out. I was like, why don't I have multiple tabs and I just have all the news stories on one thing? All right, there we go. So now we do it this way, and it loads them all over here. So yeah, we have a local story that I'm going to start off with. It's a rip and read that this is the school district that I live in, like not the school specifically that my daughter attends, but the district. So finding this crap out, I got way more questions than we have answers. We're going to read about that in a minute. So that's a little local thing we'll hit up, and then we'll get to, of course, the Don Lemon thing. We've got an article about an activist that pushed for 2020 election fraud claims has now been convicted of election fraud. But what I'm looking at in this is that they proved you could get through barriers. There was no like actual applications or fraudulent votes that were cast. But and they say they were doing it to draw awareness. It's awfully interesting. Whatever way. You know what? I'm going to get into a tangent on that. We should probably wait and do it. So we'll get that going. But yeah, then the Josh Duhamel story, or video, I should say. It's a video. We're going to look at his video. There's a NASA astronaut who he poked the internet, and it's very interesting because for like a hot second, and I mean like a nanosecond, I was about to retract statements I've said about a certain Brazilian TikToker. But fortunately, by sentence 2, I was vindicated. And then, yeah, the Pete Hegseth thing. Here's the reason for the Pete Hegseth thing. Again, it's not like a political choice. It's just if Digger were here, I'd love that for this. A very Christian espousing very not Christian things. It's weird to me. Weird to me. But cracking, slapping, everybody else convincing me how to say the word Duhamel properly. I apologize. As again, what do you say? Dakota boy. Which Dakota? South, north or south? Like if he's north, a Minnesota move might make sense. South, I don't know. You know what I know? I don't know. Let's get to the first one though for the local thing. Again, my daughter's in this district, so I don't normally just grab local stuff and like we gotta whoa. But this came out today, and I'm in a weird way. I'm a little surprised. I'm learning about it now today, but whatever. A threatening message was left on a desk at a St. Cloud South Junior High School, and it's being investigated. St. Cloud South Junior High is the latest school to receive a safety threat, as the district confirms a message was found written on a student's desk on Tuesday. News received a tip that the threat had reached out to St. Cloud area school district officials, and an emailed statement from Superintendent Dr. Lori Putnam says a message referencing school safety was found written on a student's desk at South Junior High yesterday. This was taken seriously and immediately investigated by our South staff in partnership with the St. Cloud Police Department. Based on that investigation, SCPD determined that there is no credible threat to South Junior High or any other school community. But what was the threat? We're grateful for a quick response of our staff and SCPD, and for everyone who continues to help us maintain a safe and supportive environment. The St. Cloud incident comes as schools in the Twin Cities and Metro and Bemidji have also faced threats leading to lockdowns and closures. Threats by who and of what? That's too little information. King Kong Dong, thank God you're live. I didn't get a notification, and my other show just ended. I'm sorry to hear that, King Kong Dong, but you got a friend in me. I launched it as I usually do, about 10 minutes before, so that way I can get. I don't like pinning my money thing up there. I like it being up there and available for people. And if someone's like, "Hey, how can I support the program?" Oh, it's right there at the top. There's all your options right there. But I don't like throwing it up there every few minutes or starting it up, spamming it on the screen. We all know it's there, it's available. And if you ask, we'll tell you. So I like to do that beforehand. So it helps to launch the streams about 10 minutes early and then get those chats filled up with those messages, and then they fade off of my screen anyway before we launch the show. And everybody's happy. Wild Saffron, are you implying Pete is a duplicitous warmongering fraud? No. I'm not saying anything of that. I'm simply saying, as somebody giving a prayer and as espousing Christian beliefs, the things he said didn't fall in line with that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying he can't espouse the things he espoused as a Christian, but I was like saying, like, as leading Christians and other Christians preaching to them about God and stuff, I felt this was not something, like, he did a very, like, and Jesus would, and I'm like, but Jesus wouldn't. You know what I mean? So we'll get to it in a minute. I'm not saying anything about his duplicitous nature. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm talking about just not following the faith you're preaching for. Good afternoon, everyone, says Mr. Q. Good afternoon, Mr. Q. That's why, honestly, Digger would be better to have for that segment. But it's at the end of the first hour. So she's not going to be here for like 2 hours. So we got to get through the first 2 hours before she gets her. We'll have the hour and a half of the end of the show. There is one video that she's insisted I wait for her for the end of the show. And then she found a funny animal video for us. The threat, less school time, or I'll let my teacher... Wow, St. Aaron, no. No. Jamal is married was effing Fergie and has married up. Yeah, he's married up with kids. He's married with kids, and like I said, apparently he's a doomsday prepper. The first two don't surprise me. The third one did. And we've got a clip of him talking about how life is coming along in the doomsday prepping world. This is the part that weirds me out, is in the doomsday prepping world, how is life coming along? We're finding out, he's like, I'm at like 70%. And I'm like, dude, no offense, man. What's holding you back? Like, is it finances? You just can't get the time? Like, you're only 70% prepped? I feel like someone like you should be, financially able to put into place all the system securities and what have you to be pretty much ready to go. Like, I don't expect you to have your own island, but damn. St. Aaron, never hurts to prepare. No, it does not. How you doing, MSO? Good to see you. It does not hurt to prepare. Adura Mari is hot. I don't know who Adura Mari is. I don't know who that is. Oh, just an average, everyday, blasphemous poser. That part probably true. Look, again, I'm not... You have to take what I say about this with a grain of salt, because I'm not read in on the religions, but just as a casual observer of Christianity, Catholicism, what have you. Weird that they're like, and he let it, you know what? I'm getting into it too much. I got to save it. Especially when you discover what the military can do to you if martial law is declared. Well, now that's my question, would be if I could ask him, like, what are you prepared for? Because, like, again, he's a doomsday prepper. He's prepared, and he mentions, like, being afraid of, like, the AI robots and stuff. But it's like, what are you prepared for? Are you prepared, like, for, like he said, he's not worried about zombie stuff. So I'm guessing, like, he's got, like, a facility, and it's like, here's my thing. Like, does he approach it like a movie? Does he think of him like the character of him in the movie? And I don't know. Weird thoughts I have. But, like, is one of the prepared scenarios, I don't know this. I'm not a doomsday prepper. Not that I wouldn't be. If I'll tell you this, if my condition were not a thing, I'd probably totally be a doomsday prepper. As it is, if I get a house, that would change anyway, condition or no. Zombie apocalypse. Well, I feel like zombie apocalypse, excuse me if I'm wrong, but isn't that like base level doomsday prep? Because zombie apocalypse is just literally a virus for people to be nonstop, destructive, gorging pieces of crap that'll eat you alive to sustain themselves. I feel like if you use zombies as an analogy, that's just end of the world scenario. So I feel like that's base level. That's base level prep. Also, in catastrophic event, after mass virus or nuclear war types of scenarios. Yeah, again, I consider those mid to upper tier prep. Where does fighting an insidious government fall? Where does like locking yourself off so the government can't get you? How do you prep for that? That's my question. I now have questions. I've never heard of a prepper that's prepared. Like, no, the government, and I'm locking it down, and you can't get me. Like, what does that guy do? Like, let's say a regime is in charge and you don't get to make decisions anymore. Votes are gone. We're suddenly in a dictatorship, like CCP style. Like, what do you do? How do you prep for that? That is my question. The government might as well be zombies at this point, says St. Caesar. Yeah, but they have guns and tanks, and apparently now robots that'll shoot the guns and the tanks. That's the scariest thing to me, is not that the robots are out there doing it, is that we have them and they're here now. Because once that's a thing, like eventually we don't need to worry about whether or not a soldier finds his orders morally ethical, or if their morals and their ethics force them to object to their orders. We don't have to worry about that anymore if the robot's just told to pull the trigger. The real prep is against looters who want your supplies. Yeah, but isn't that what the moat and the barbed wire and the Black Knight are for? What am I paying that guy for? Roaming gangs. And that's why every good prepper needs a chain gun. We need a Frank Castle roaming the streets. I don't know that solves things. Not a problem. They're just checking it since I have a... Oh. I hope everything goes well for your hospital appointment, Lab Glass. Red Scooper saying go off grid and live in the woods. Well, I feel like he's probably already done that, but how much help does that give you? You know, like how far off do you got to be so they can't know you're there anymore? I'm trying. My husband has this weird problem of liking people, trying to break him of the habit. What? What's wrong with liking people? Waving to your neighbor? You know? Like when I go somewhere and I move in, you know, I like to roll around the neighborhood with a hot plate of cookies in my lap, just handing out nice warm baked cookies, fresh baked. Like pull them right off my lap and go, "Hey, fresh baked cookie. Welcome. I'm new in the neighborhood. Would you like a cookie? I'm just rolling around, introducing myself. Just so you know, I'm a loud, noisy, self-destructive piece of shit, but I baked a cookie." All right, Roman gangs. Yeah. I hope everything goes well, Lab Glass. I hope everything goes well. I'm not dead yet. You don't fool anyone, you know. I feel fine. I think I'll go for a walk. It's not I feel fine. It's I feel happy. You're not fooling anyone, you know. Kraken slapping. Okay, about what? The prep, the doomsday prep, or we were talking about Lab Glass over in the Rumble chat. I apologize. Rumble chat not on the screen for safety reasons, among others, but that's the primary one. Anyways, I suppose we got into that story. The local junior high school is not a threat, but they won't tell us what it was. I want to know more about what the alleged threat was. But anyhow, we got the dumbbell. The activist with the election claims. Didn't we already do that? Yeah. Jurors in Racine County on Tuesday found Harry Waite guilty of 2 misdemeanor election fraud charges and 1 of felony identity theft. Following a 2-day trial, he was acquitted of a second count of identity theft. Waite leads a group that makes false election claims, including that Wisconsin's elections are riddled with fraud and that President Donald Trump... But what ballots did he cast? How many ballots did he cast? Waite admitted that he requested ballots to try and prove that the state's voter registration system is vulnerable to fraud. And that he wasn't surprised he was charged. Yeah, we don't have any... He didn't... If they don't cast ballots, is it really election fraud? I mean, they're showing you they could commit it. The intent to commit election fraud. Yeah, I'm not doing that story. Fuck that. That's just crap. In a CCP scenario, you have to fight. Oh, your voice is very close to Mr. May. Okay. look, we're gonna oh yeah, you're right, it was. Welcome neighborhood, okay? I just want y'all to sit down, okay? I'm new. I haven't been here for a while, but I've been noticing that y'all don't talk. It's kind of a weird God, what was that? Dr. Phil kind of impersonation. In a CCP scenario, you have to fight off as much as you can. Anyone who's against the government would be unalived with their household. You have a copy of the Constitution against the same result. You speak of the i.e. U.S. history, same result. Every commie nation has done it, so people want to prepare to defend themselves. Right, I guess, like, that's my question. What, do you build, like, a secret bunker where you teach your kids about the Founding Fathers, or what's going on? Do you prepare for someday the government's like, and go, take them. And this is the thing that worries me. Not that that scenario could happen. I think not only could it happen, I think with the advent and inclusion of robotic armed forces, we are getting closer and closer to that being a thing. DJ Crutch's page. I don't know what you're talking about, DJ Crutch's page. I don't have a DJ Crutch's page. Okay, whatever. So yeah, keep going here. So yeah, I don't know what you're talking about with the DJ Crutch's page. Okay, close that out. Where were we? We did the story, so we're gonna go with Don Lemon. Just a strange thing. Wet pants are harder to conceal. What are you talking about, King Kong Dong? Weird over there on the Rumble chat. Hi, Johnny. I decided a jump scare is unnecessary. I appreciate that, Brian. A jump scare is not necessary. I don't need that going on today. I'm in a weird enough mental mood as it is, and now I'm guessing someone's making a fake page about me. Oh boy, that'll be fun. Can't wait to hear that one coming out. Where is the first thing? So we were going to start with the Don Lemon thing. I always trash Don Lemon, and Don Lemon's a piece of shit, but I can't deny that Don Lemon is saying all the exact same things that I have literally said. So it's a weird place to be like, I can't believe this, but I'm technically on Don Lemon's side. And Don Lemon gets served. He gets his ass served, so I guess technically I do. There is no DJ Crutches on YouTube. Oh, let's look this up. If there's a DJ Crutches on YouTube. Yeah. DJ Crutch music channel. This is not me at all. DJ Crutch, 1.78K subscribers. Yeah, that's not me at all. It's some other content creator who's been at it for years and possibly from Japan. So, sorry. Yeah, the only one I've got is DJ Crutch. So, yeah, it's steel toe wear or whatever. Okay, Don Lemonade. Yeah, look, I hate to say it, but I am on, like, Don Lemon's side, like, in the terms of the arguments he's making. And what he says about how people feel about it. I don't disagree with Don Lemon. But Don Lemon gets served in this clip, which means as someone who's kind of arguing on his side of the fence in all sense of purpose, that's on me too. It's Johnny's Exotic Meats, and if you want to start Johnny's business ventures, pay Johnny and contact me to add to Mr. No, there's no exotic meats. There's no exotic meats, King Kong Dong. There's a show goal of $40 for April 1st, next Thursday. We're going, or was it Thursday or Wednesday? Is the first a Wednesday? First is a Wednesday. So yeah, we're going gangbusters. We're down to $40. Anything we make today counts on that goal for next Wednesday. Please, thank you, and love you so much. So yes, now on to Don Lemon. Like I said, I'm not like people are like, dude, you've said the same. I've said the same shit on this show. Some of you have rebuked me as I've said the same shit on this show. And the guy that rebukes him is going to say the same stuff that a lot of you guys have said. But more importantly, when he gives you the how and why he has that opinion, I'm sorry, but he serves. It's bad. I'm sorry, buddy. It's a channel making songs about toe. Oh. Well, then it's clearly not me, because I don't really worry about toe. So, as King Kong Dong says, toe is irrelevant here. Yeah, like, I do the show, I'm on the show. If it's I said something or I did something on the show, like, that's fine. But the last thing I'm going to do is commit more time to doing a show critiquing the show I'm on. So, but you knew that. I thought Don Lemon was known for forcing people. Well, he is known for that too. Look, I'm not saying Don Lemon and I have everything in common. Clearly, he has habits and hobbies that I'm just not down to clown with. But I'm saying, in the terms of this discussion, this topic, the war in Iran, I am someone who has said the exact same talking points that Don's going to say. And like I said, the metaphorical bitch slap he gets from the guy he's talking to kind of makes it feel like I received it too, as someone who is not Brian the Science. Whose toe? I don't know. Yours, mine, somebody's. Feet pics is what I guess what they're talking about. They might want to get a hold of you.
How do you feel about the war?
I'm Persian, so I support Donald Trump 100%.
I'm Persian. Like, all right, yep, okay. I could understand. So you know I'm not lying. I don't care. I don't care. I was seriously asking. Right, you were seriously asking, when am I going to make content criticizing the Steel Toe show on another YouTube channel? Because you seriously thought that's what I'm going to do. You love this show, and you've never once heard me be like, I don't really care about talking about Steel Toe outside of Steel Toe. Like, I view the Steel Toe show as a thing I do, hanging out with my friend, and then I go on. Like, if I said something or we covered something and you have questions, that's one thing. But not like the, Aaron said this today. Like, I don't really care for the fucking tattletale latest goss on Steel Toe over here. So, yeah, that's fair. Just not a fan of the toe. I'm not trolling. I just keep ignoring what you're saying and, again, bring up stuff and literally thought you were going to... The thing is you just said it was a channel criticizing the toe. And you didn't get the whole, like, I do the show and then I kind of sign off. It's a weird thing. Co-sign all of his bullshit. I do a show. I yes and stuff. Co-sign all of his bullshit. Oh, that's too bad. I just wish you wouldn't co-sign his bullshit. Here you go, buddy. That'll help you. Anyways, burn the cunt, please. I don't... Saint Caesar. Down, boy. Down, boy. Alan Daniels is big mad. Who's Alan Daniels? I don't know who Alan Daniels is. Who's Alan Daniels? Anyways, so this guy supports Trump 100%. He's Persian, which means he absolutely was someone who has a right to have this opinion. And I've listened to this whole clip, so I'm kind of spoiler alert. It gets better than that for him, unfortunately, in terms of his defense. And he's very respectful, and he literally says his opinion is biased. But I'm sorry, you have a right to your bias or your opinion, whatever you want to say. But And again, he lists the same reasons that you guys have said for why we should be doing what we're doing. And, you know, when you're a Persian...
The Islamic regime kills women. They killed 50,000 people in 2 days. A lot of them believe death in all of Americans. So I fully 100% support Donald Trump.
So you said you're Persian, but there's no imminent threat to the United States and people here.
Persian doesn't make him gay. If I'm not mistaken, isn't like Persia like in that area once was? He looks like Jonah's brother.
Most people here
I'm
are
biased,
not.
right? I'm obviously biased because I'm Persian. And I understand why people wouldn't want war to happen. I understand.
He looks like a Jonas brother, but I hear his voice, and maybe it's just because he's been making the news so much lately. But I'm hearing fuck, god damn it, what's his name that was busted in Rome recently? I hate that my brain screws this stuff up. Hit that jukebox. God damn it. Screw it, doesn't matter now.
Stand that fully.
I don't know if you're biased. You just have your opinion. But
Yeah, exactly. My dad grew up in Iran. He had to flee the country when he was 14. Again, fully support Donald Trump with the bombing of the supreme leader.
But do you understand how Americans feel that this had nothing to do with us? We're not.
Yeah, no, I understand that.
There was no imminent threat.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
Again, I'm Persian, so when I see women who are being killed because they're not wearing the scarf over their head, I feel connection to that. I mean, that's not right. But I do see what you're saying about.
Again, very respectful, but this is one of those where I'm like, yeah, Don, look, as someone who's literally championed the same fucking shit you're saying, fucking pack up your ball, all right? This guy's got like he says, every right. I want to break into Digger's, whoa, take a slice off the lemon pound cake. I don't know if the lemon pound cake's done. We can ask, but we'll check it out.
You know, America not having anything to do with Iran's problems, but stand with Trump.
Staying with Trump. So, yep. Thanks, Don. Nothing makes me want to regret my argument more than realizing you and I have the same one and watching it get served to you like a hot steaming pile of shit. Kind of felt like I ate some of that meal too, Don. It's done. She did a short. Oh, it is done. She did a short. I know she made the lemon pound cake itself. She said it had to, last I knew, she said it had to cool for her to be able to glaze it. So she was going to cool it, glaze it, send it on down the line. I have not seen the short. I've not tried the lemon pound cake. When she gets here, we can ask her how it is, or maybe she'll have a piece of it ready to go or something. She did a short, and I want some, says Brian. Did she say if she finished it in the short, if it was delicious? Oh, I'm gonna, dear Lord, sir. That's my lady we're talking about. Just take it easy. Take it easy. Down, boy. Down, boy. Hey, you know what? You know what?
You're a cunt.
Love that drop. Love that drop. He's too young to understand the history. He only knows snippets, says Wild Saffron. Kid is a mega masturbator. Look, but I'm just saying, like, he pulls out those snippets and he says he feels a connection to those people. I can't deny that. If I were in another country watching the stuff that's going on in Iran go on here, again, I would feel connection to the people here. But your jealousy is showing. You're damn right my jealousy is showing. It's my lady. King Kong Dong, that's my lady. Brian, I'm not interested in your lady. I want her cake, not the butt kind. Yeah, no, but you're saying you're being very, let's say, insinuative with your, is that a word? You're insinuating with the way you're elongate. Oh, I'll glaze it. Like, oh, hey, hold on now, buddy. Saying she actually made a cake. I thought Brian was being sexual. No, she literally made a lemon pound cake yesterday on her chatting with chat stream. She made a lemon pound cake recipe that I think Abel Graham or somebody gave her. She baked the whole thing. She pulled it out, let you guys see how it was done when it finished, but it didn't cool enough to take it out of the pan and glaze it. So she did that in a separate short, apparently, and I have no idea how the lemon pound cake was. I haven't asked. I'll find out. King Kong Dong, I'm on Brian's side. Of course you are. Does lemon cake have poppy seeds? It can. I don't think every cake has poppy seeds. Red Scooper picture. Did it make your mouth water? I want a big slice. It was just a picture of the pound cake. I don't know. We can ask Digger these questions. Here, I'll even stream snipe our gal for a second, and I'll tell her in the chat. People are excited to talk about your cake. We'll get. Okay, Buzzy got him. Jesus. I'm sorry. We'll see you later. Fuck off and die. We don't need that there. All right, people want to... Your cake. Sorry. Somebody got me distracted, and that was... Whatever. I heard opium comes from poppy seeds. How do you not get high eating them? I don't think those are the same thing. I don't think those are the same thing. St. Aaron. It's an absolutely good question. Abel Graham with the picture of the pound cake. Is this? Oh, that's just the recipe. That's not what we were looking for. The short doesn't look glazed. I want lemon cookies now. I'm so confused. No idea what we're talking about with that. Anyways, we drop that. And then we'll throw this here. Back over to that. So Don Lemon got his ass handed to him. Kind of made all of us that agreed with him in the things he says. Eat a dick. Trucker 18, I'd like to glaze her cake after I... What the... See, that sounds... See, thank you for the $2. Trucker 18 with it. Down, boy. It's my lady. It's my lady. Let's take it easy. Let's take it easy. Simmer down now. What is that from? Is it Kids in the Hall or fuck if I remember? All right. Poppy seeds can make you fail a drug test. I did not know that. Nubs is trying to get brought back to his state of residence. For what? Does that make his crime any less lethal? I will say this, like the mountain of evidence, he built a whole like I can do this, I can do that hunting like thing channel.
Fuck off.
No, but appreciate the suggestion. And so he did all of that. Now in this trial, there is not going to be any argument for like, well, how could he have done this? I don't know. Did you see him climb a fucking tree stand to get into a perch with a rifle? Like it seems like dude's got an ability to pull his shit off. They fingerprinted his nubs on entry to jail. I hope they didn't. I hope they didn't. He had like one finger, maybe. I'm still impressed what he can do. It's just it went so bad. You know, like target shooting and hunting. Alrighty, let's. And see you later. See you later. It's weird. I do this for fun and to relax. You Dabbleverse people. It's pretty disgusting that you would talk about Digger's cake. That's a derogatory statement referring to her snatch. No, we're talking about lemon pound cake. But I get it. You and your friends are reputed to be very pedo-y, so I get how everything is a sexual entendre for you. Was your complaint that the cake was too old? I'm sorry. By the way, don't denigrate Buzzy's name by putting it in your scapegoat hang on fucking name. Like that is disrespectful to Buzzy, sir. No, I'm insisting I'm him because I don't have a personality. I know. You're not fooling anyone is the thing. All right, so let's go ahead and get to this. Speaking of the Josh Dummel thing for Dummel. He's now 72% ready for a zombie apocalypse at his doomsday. All right, 72% ready for a zombie apocalypse. Again, dude, before I go into this, what's your net worth? I got to know this. Unless you're swimming under 3 mil, you have no excuse. Yeah, tell me you don't know what I do. Like, literally just type the D and then you knew exactly where we were going. Josh Dummel. Net worth. What is the estimated? It's estimated at 12, dude. How are you an estimated net worth of 12 million and you're only 75% ready? At your net worth, you could pay people to have you 100% ready over a weekend. All right, let's there'll be an ad. 10 to 1, there's an ad.
Net credit.
Yes,
is
there
here to
is.
say yes.
Fuck off, advertisement. It's the opposite of Batman. You live long enough to become the villain. Instead, Nubs, you live long enough to become the hero. He's not a hero. That's the problem. Like, I was explaining this to everybody that I've had this discussion with the story with. What Nubs did is unforgivable. All right? That's not okay. But the fact is people, even me, will let the world, their condition, hold them back from things they enjoy. Nubs enjoyed 2 things, cornholing and shooting shit. And let me tell you, he lost all 4 of his limbs, his fingers, his toes, and he still found a way to make it work. Nubs was able to enjoy cornholing and shooting right up to the point where he shot somebody. King Kong Dong, we're in a fire weather watch. Really? It got warm and clear out here quick. Is it that dry already? I would hope not. Oh, I bet he has an elaborate layout for that amount. I'm not saying he had 12 million that he sunk into this. It's just his net worth is 12 million. He's living supposedly in Minnesota. Yeah. Cabin in rural Minnesota.
Percent now. Every year I get a little bit more fully prepped, but that's part of the fun, is the journey of like figuring it out, seeing what the latest and greatest is.
This is apparently from last summer. That's not summer attire.
I'm less afraid of zombies and more afraid of AI robots now.
Oh, don't worry. If you're afraid of AI robots, we're already deploying them in Ukraine. They'll be here next year.
I don't know if we're ever going to fully be able to, protect ourselves from what's coming, but at least I can hopefully turn off all devices and just sort of shut ourselves off from the world if we need to.
Sort of. Can you grow your own food? If you've got that covered, if you've got the grow your own food covered, and let me guess, you're going to start another ad. Yeah, I don't want to hear that. It's snowing here a little bit ago. Well, if we're in fire weather conditions, where did Nubs conceal the gun? Megatron is coming for his ass. I don't think Megatron is coming for his ass. I feel like he's worried about the zombie apocalypse and looters. I bet looters is the bigger one that he's worried about. And he's got the money to set it up, but he's only 70%. He's at 72%. He was 70% last summer. Oh, so he was 70% ready last summer. Now he's at 72. How do you go up 2% in like half a year? You don't have more for that? Audience of 15, Mr. Personality, roly face emoji. Thank you for the $2. Yeah, no, it's kind of fine. We're okay with that. Again, it's not like I'm trying to be the biggest personality. I'm doing this because it helps me fill the time, and I can't make a whole shit ton of money. If I had hundreds of people and I'm making a lot of money, we are in trouble. And the IRS and disability services will all come at me. So we're happy where we're at. So thank you for that, though. I appreciate it. Let's add that to the 4. But hey, you were desperate enough to come here and put your chat on the screen to pay $2. So thank you. I'm glad you understand. It's just a joke because of the Afro Man song. Oh yeah, the lemon pound cake. Yeah, that's it. Starscream hates him more. I don't know if anybody hates him more. I'm saying, why are you only 72% prepared from last summer at 70? Like, you don't have, it's not a financial cash flow issue, sir. You have a rural cabin in Minnesota. We have Home Depot. You should really get on this shit. Brian, who are you asking? Because no. Just no. No. His house blows up, he'll yell Optimus. I don't know if he'll yell Optimus. I think if his house blows up, he'll yell, where the fuck are my kids? But I would be less worried about reenacting a character I played in a movie and more worried about finding my family if my house blew up. Just a thought. Might be worried about the people. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. All right, so he's only 72% prepared now. Do we have another interview, or was that the only one? That's the only one? All right, well then, we'll skip it. Let's get going. The IRS and disability services. What? Yeah, they'll come at me. They'll kind of, start saying, hey, you need to pay more in taxes. You need to pay this. You need to pay that. I pay like my money every quarter to keep up with that. So that way we're ahead. So at the end of the year, it's all set and done. But even still, it's still screwing with my stuff. The whole like getting help finding a handicap available house is fringing on shit that keeps getting screwed up because of that. It's the goddamn robots Josh is crapping slapping. No, it's probably going to be more like, where are my kids? I don't think he's going to be worried. And why would he quote Will Smith? I mean, he's worried about the AI robots attacking his house. I don't think he's worried about like the Transformers. I think he means like modern day robots. I think he means like, I suppose you could scream Optimus. Isn't that what Tesla names their robot? Who's the yard on YouTube? What? Ice Dancer? I don't know. Ice Dancer apparently is like, you have an audience of 15. It's like, right, on YouTube we have 15. Have I ever said I do a big show or the biggest show or the best show? No? Okay, whatever. Is that who you're talking about? Otherwise, the Tard. Yeah. I'm guessing it's Ice Dancer. I don't know. I don't know why people can't be like, oh, he does a thing, he's happy. It's fine. You're not part of it. You don't want to be part of it. That's absolutely fine. The weird thing is to sit in there and shit on it thing. Like, I'm just going to be like, all right, that's cool. You can hang out and do that forever. But he did pay $2. So like I said, thank you. He's only about to worry about northern Mexicans in Minnesota. That would be super based if they're like, so what are you worried about and prepping for now? Oh, I'm prepping for when the Somalians come up here and start just going through everything. Like, whoa, buddy, Jesus. They're going to start coming through and just taking everything that ain't nailed down. So we're putting up fences, and we got security turrets, the whole deal. Johnny does the best show when Digger is here. It's a pretty good show when she's not. Well, thank you. I'm glad I have your endorsement. That means the world to me. It means the world to me. There are a lot of tards in YouTube. I know, Red Scooper. And that's why they bring up how many are watching specifically on one channel. Because if they put two together, then that's a thing. And for some reason, the fact that I would rather just have the tiny audience I have and do the show that I have than just talk about the thing everybody hates so we can all hate jerk together. Like, especially since I don't hate it. I'm ambivalent, and that's another weird thing for them. So it's weird. Means the world to you. It fucking shouldn't. My endorsement means nothing. Lab Glass with $5. It's not a dick measuring contest. If it would be, it'd be the most disappointing contest of all. Well, thank you for the $5 very much. St. Aaron letting everybody know FYI shit happens. I'm going full cannibal. Smaller show equals more interaction with us lovely people, right? And it's again, like I said, I'm not capable to earn a living on here that could outpace everything else, but I'm doing the most that I can. I was doing more before when my body worked, and now it done. Like I said, and then other reason I don't stress this stuff, I've got like legit health issues to deal with. I'm not worried about making sure that I broadcast to a couple hundred people. And again, to get that, I just have to be a fake person that feeds stupid tards the boomer food they want to eat about whoever they want to hate today. No, thank you. I like my soul. It's good where it is. No more stripper money, says King Kong Dong. Ice dancer. Hope that's a woman. I don't know. I'm pretty sure if they have a shred of sincerity and the haha you suck, there's nobody here, they left. Otherwise they're just hanging out waiting for their attention. Smaller shows are more fun. Watching someone big is impossible at times with the chat going so fast. Again, like I said, I don't know why people...
Look at all the wieners.
We have fun. We're hanging out having fun, and that hanging out having fun helps me get a better life than I can with disability alone and stuff. Everybody wins. Everybody's happy. I don't know why you have to fucking shit on that. I don't know what you need, but clearly I can't help you. All right, so NASA shared a photo. We're going to talk about this. This one made me freak out for a minute. Let's go open image in new tab and open image in new tab. So an astronaut on the International Space
Mushroom dance, whatever could it mean?
I know we do, Johnny. I wasn't saying you were shitting on me. I wasn't talking about you at all, St. Caesar. They shit on you because they're miserable from the cancerous behavior. I get it. That's why I gave it. It's like he paid $2. Whoever paid $2. I gave them their hot second of fucking, hey, look, you made a comment, and then we moved on. It's sad because they've enjoyed the delay. Oh. I don't know if anybody can resist the that sweet beat, Wild Saffron. I appreciate that, though. All right, so these photos we have coming up here are from the International Space Station. Now, I found out what this is, and I'll tell you what it is. The pictures aren't the best in this, but, dude, doesn't this look vaguely familiar? This is growing on the International Space Station right now. Anybody else worried? That Mexican Mario Twitch bit is so good. I don't know what we're talking about. I'm miserable, so I give Johnny a few dollars to make me feel like I did a good deed for the day. And if that's all it is, I'm grateful. I'm grateful. Anyhow, does anyone remember this thing? We talked about a dude in Brazil, and he was growing a thing from a rock. This looks very, very similar. I'm waiting to see if anyone knows what it actually is. This was going viral on the internet. This guy was sharing this picture and this picture. That looks like that fake Venom thing, right? Is that an alien egg? See? See? It's a fucking potato. It's been nicknamed Sputnik 1. It's a purple potato that a guy's growing in a terrarium in space. I didn't know such a thing as a purple potato existed, but I saw this photo and I was freaking out until I got to the part where he's showing that he's growing a purple potato in space. Apparently, he's trying to reenact Matt Damon's character in The Martian while he's on the International Space Station. And the part that freaks me out is that the potato's purple, but it has an almost metallic look at it that comes off vaguely silver. And then these tendrils are spouting out of it. And all of a sudden, I'm like, wait a minute. Did the guy I shit on from Brazil that I kept saying, you're fake, you're so fake. Am I full of shit and that guy was real and he has an actual alien? Because it looks like we're growing one in space. No, it's a potato. It's a fucking potato. Spuds O'Malley is getting the internet ablaze with alien bullshit, and it's a fucking potato. reminded me of the fungus growing on the outside of the station that if they let it burn up in Earth's atmosphere as it came down. What movie is that? That's Carnage, and we already have Venom on Earth. No, that's not Carnage. 1, St. Caesar. Carnage is red. 2, St. Caesar. Carnage is a direct symbiote shed of Venom. So Venom would have had to have been on the International Space Station. So this is already not fitting on several threads. Also, I went back and watched Venom Save the Last Dance. He doesn't shed a piece of symbiote before he goes through the portal. Was it like a teaser at the end of the movie? Because the coin with the symbiote shed part on it is when he gets back to his universe. I don't know. But way off, St. Caesar, way off. That looks like a red-skinned potato that has been through a purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain. He does that in No Way Home. Well, all of it's shitty. It looks like the sock I lost underneath my... I don't want to know what you did to the sock. Please don't tell me what you did to the sock. I don't want to know. It doesn't seem very, very... That reminds you of a... You know what? I'm worried that I know where that goes, and I don't want to know. What the hell? The fuck is a... I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Looks like Aaron's hairline 10 years ago. All right, so Sputnik 1 is a potato being grown in a terrarium. The guy flew up as a side project. In his spare time, he wanted to grow his own garden in space. So he's growing potatoes and various other things. And that freaks the fuck out of me that he didn't put that out as a disclaimer beforehand. Not an alien. The internet, like me, thought it was a fucking alien. All right, so like I said, we have an hour before she'll be here. I'm not going to hold this story for when she gets here because she's deep in doing her own thing. And so, oh, people know about your cake. I wanted to put people want to know about your cake. People want to know about your cake. Anyways, so, yeah, we're not going to wait for Digger for this Hegseth story. That looks like the red skin potato that's been through a... Yeah, we covered that. Okay, covered all those. So this is the... where's Sputnik 2 and 3 is the question. He's eating those, or they're growing. They're busy growing. He can't show them all off simultaneously. He can only show off one Sputnik at a time. Where's the actual video? Okay, where we don't have a video, it's a rip and read. That's not okay. I'm looking, there's not even a clip, so it looks like none of this was broadcast. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth was hosting his first monthly Christian worship service at the Pentagon since the Iran war began and prayed Wednesday to have, quote, every round find its mark. Quote, every month it is fitting to be right here, he told the gathered civilian employees and uniformed military personnel. All the more fitting this month at this moment, given the tens of thousands of Americans are doing right now. You mean the boots on the ground we said we wouldn't have to send? He then led a prayer where he said, first given by military chaplain to the troops who's captured then President Maduro of Venezuela. Let every round find its mark against the enemies of righteousness and our great nation. Hegseth prayed during the live-streamed service. Yeah, why can't I have the part? Give them wisdom in every decision, endurance for the trial ahead, unbreakable unity, and overwhelming violence of action against those who deserve no mercy. That doesn't seem very Christian. Overwhelming violence again, I don't just, it just seems weird. Weird sounds like an Israeli prayer to me, says King Kong Dong. Right? Like, I'm not saying we should or shouldn't be in Iran. I'm saying, like, oh, what are you saying? That we shouldn't go in Iran? No, I'm saying I don't think you should lead the as the chaplain of the Pentagon. I don't think you should lead a worship service calling for overwhelming violence. I pursued my enemies and overtook them and did not turn back until they were consumed, he read from the Psalms on Wednesday. During the expanding Iran war and global conflicts, Hegseth's Christian rhetoric has drawn renewed scrutiny. Yeah, it's not very Christian of you. $5 from Brian the Science. Oh, did he find a better news clip of it? Nope. This is a story from December 20th of 2012. Thank you for the $5. A woman riding a Chicago train, authorities Blue Line in Oak Park told police last week she was attacked by a passenger wielding a sock filled with human feces. He had a sock full of his poop on me, the 21-year-old college student told it. It was everywhere, on my face, on my hair, on my clothes. She got assaulted by a sock full of poop. That is concerning. All right, so first I gotta put this over here. We get to take 5 off with that, by the way. So that's 2, and then 5. So we're down to 35 on April 1st, and there we go. Thank you very much. A sock full of no. Don't hit people with a poop sock. No true God-fearing man would call for violence, but only for guidance and protection and mercy and forgiveness before going into battle. So that's kind of what I was thinking. Like, I'm not saying you can't be for or commit said violence and you're anti-Christian or whatever. I'm just saying, like, as the guy leading the prayer at the Pentagon, I don't think you should call for it, right? Like, ask for God's guidance and grace and mercy so that every innocent life may be spared, kind of deal. Like, thou shalt not kill, or more accurately, that you shall not murder, is the 6th commandment. Sounds like a murder prayer to me. Kind of. It's kind of a murder prayer. I'm going to say this, though. As much as I agree with you, getting actually grossed out by the poop sock incident. Don't wipe your poop on people. Don't wipe your poop on people. Oh my God. Matthew Q, how do you get it on the sock? That's too many questions. Just no, don't do it. Oh, Skull Spotter, you must be new. We don't do random links up in here. Why are we shitting into the cum socks? Is King Kong Dong? I know. Why does it have to be any of these? The 11th commandment, all should apply, lest you be named Pete Hegseth. This is where I'm not qualified to go into that. I don't know all the rules of religion, but yes, from what I understand of religion, again, the weird calling for the again, what did he, let me get his the quote. I wish I had a link to the live stream so we could do the whole thing. Maybe it's better when it's done. Where was it? Pursued my enemies. Not that one. Give them wisdom in every decision, endurance for the trial ahead, unbreakable unity, and overwhelming violence of action against those who deserve no mercy. Violence of action. Again, just why couldn't you say and I don't know. I just maybe I'm getting hung up on the words. It sounded a little sus for a chaplain. You know, it's I don't know. You know what? It works out. I bet if we watch the whole thing at the end, he screams, God wills it. What is that? Deus Volt or whatever? God wills it. All right. Anyways, so that's our first hour stuff. We're getting into our second hour anyway. Our lady will be here in like an hour to hang out with us. She's reading through her stuff, having a good time. Let me get my leg up here. So violence against everyone but the Jews is King Kong. I've been reading and seeing more reports that like Tehran and Tel Aviv are taking like shells and hits and stuff. Are they like letting stuff through or acting like now they're really taking a beating just to help sell this whole like we've got to go to war? I don't know. Who's Nike? What about Nike, Mr. Q? How do you get that? How do you get it in the sock? And then you said Nike. I don't understand what you're trying. What line? Are you now you're saying you want someone to poop in a shoe? I feel like pooping in a shoe is just as difficult as pooping in a sock. If not, there are significantly more issues with pooping in a shoe. That's Latin for victory. Nike. I'm going to press X it out. My family in Tel Aviv haven't been in their bomb shelter in about a week, says King Kong Tong. Do you really have family in Tel Aviv, or are you just saying that out your ass? I don't know which one I believe, if you really have a family in Tel Aviv. Ba-dum-bum. Anyways. Let's go ahead. That's weird that's not showing up on this screen. No legit family there. That's an indescript way to saying it when you say no legit family there. And then that's keeping up, but it's not keeping up for the rum. Huh. Okay. And that came through. Wow, those two other comments didn't come up on the on-chat screen. How did that happen? Two of your comments are not on the screen. But then these ones came through, and I can see them in the chat. YouTube is pulling some hinky shit, man. They are really pulling some stuff. They are... Nike was the Greek goddess of victory, says Red Scooper. Did she have to pump up her feet before every game? Fucking weird. Yeah, it is weird. It is weird. St. Caesar, you can't be an effective test because it's just through YouTube, omitting specific comments from a specific commenter in terms of the on-screen chat. Just too specifically. My family in Tel Aviv haven't been in their bomb shelter in about a week. So, yeah. It's weird. I don't think you can really test it. All right, let's go get our second hour stories. We've got stuff, not serious stuff to get into. So we won't be just, the war and the stuff and the politics. But we do have some fun things. We have an Ohio sanitation worker that found a police suspect hiding in a trash can. I would say just take out the trash. We've got a woman that got in trouble with a judge because she was driving while Zooming in court. We've got a local story about a squirrel and other people for you, St. Caesar. You guys got to stop it with the vape stuff over there. Apparently, you're getting the local wildlife addicted to drugs, particularly nicotine. So my family in Tel Aviv haven't been in their bomb shelter in a week. Yeah, see, that's a test. King Kong Dong did a test. Now it came through. It's just a weird kind of lag, so never mind. We can't put up. Showed up that time. Yeah, it did. Showed up that time. Either way, I'm happy for your family in Tel Aviv. I would hate to have family that I've lost over there. That'd be fucking depressing as shit, and it would suck. And it's good to hear they aren't in any serious danger. Yeah, vaping is shit, but apparently, like, people are not being careful about when they discard their vapes or losing their vapes, and now we literally have cases of animals, squirrels. Experts are warning. Squirrels are starting to use vapes. Wildlife experts warn the dangers of discarded nicotine products can pose after a squirrel was caught on camera vaping at a London park. The video provided to the Telegraph. Let's go to the video. Can I enlarge the video? Oh, he's vaping. He's flipping it around so he can get it in his mouth. Get yourself a nice little puff. Yeah, buddy. Squirrel seen vaping in the park. Which flavor is it? Which flavor is it? Is it Fruit Loops? The last thing you want, too, is saying last thing you want is as King Kong Dong says, nicotine squirrels. Nicotine squirrels go nuts if they don't have their fucking nicotine. It looks like it's just fucking with the vape. It is chewing on it all over to get access to the stuff. But it's the point that they're finding them. If they're grabbing it and chewing on it, I don't know. Like, he chose to bring it over here and inspect it. He's trying to get at it. What happens if he bites into the wrong part and this thing starts on fire? Now we've got a flaming squirrel. St. Aaron says squirrels are now hipsters. Apparently in London they are. They've been caught vaping. Experts are warning that this is due to people not properly disposing of their nicotine products, and that can pose a significant risk to the squirrel population. Video provided showed the gray squirrel. Other photos and videos posted at various social media sites have captured other incidents of squirrels handling, chewing on, and even buying discarded vape devices in the United States and Britain. I think he means burying. They're burying them like nuts. Craig Shuttleworth, a red squirrel expert at the Bangor University, said the flavored liquid is likely what captured the squirrel's attention. It could be very reasonable to assume that a vape would be more attractive than a normal tobacco product that's not fruity, he told the Telegraph. You don't want animals ingesting nicotine. They don't encounter nicotine in the wild. So like many chemicals, it's something you don't want them exposed to. He said the nicotine isn't the only dangerous part of the vape. Eating a vape isn't part of their natural diet. No shit. Name one person who eating a vape is a part of their natural diet. That's your challenge. I'm sorry, but telling me that, they don't eat vapes regularly in the wild. No fucking shit, Tom Brady. This is a situation we need to know who the fuck would. Anyhow, what is the problem with eating this one? There are components that, There are components that they encounter in nature, he said. They could gnaw on it, consume some of the microplastics. I'd be more worried about them somehow breaking a battery or whatever. Oh, dear Lord. He wasn't lying. Load the photo. Why is it just flashing? Also just flashing. Either way. So these are the things they're finding in the park. These are all, I thought these were lighters. These are all vape pens. Various vape pens. Some of them have been buried. This little bastard's hiding them in the dirt. Yeah, the squirrels are going nuts for the vapes. I don't vape, period. Never trusted it. They would not say a word if they bought the vapes. It's because they're thieves. I'm not a big vape fan. I know people like vapes. Vaping is gay, says Brian Science. I've used them. I use them. I'm not super opposed to them. They're okay. I know people like doing dabs and having their carts and their vapes and their shit. And I don't know that that's any better or worse than any other way, like for smoking. So I can't say, oh, a vape is better because you can control the level of nicotine. Right? But as we've been starting to discover, the chemicals that you're vaping apparently do some pretty fucked up shit to your lungs. And so maybe it's not good. Sure, all the e-cigarettes are going to be starting the trees on fire because the squirrels are going to go up in the trees and smoke. Or they're going to go up in the trees and eat the vape. Johnny, you need to look up the name of Tottenham Hotspur's new coach. No, I don't want to. I prefer vapes and edibles for my weed, says King Kong Dong. Edibles are difficult for me. They don't affect me very well. Vapes and things will, but it's just I don't prefer vaping. I vape once in a while and I never feel great about it. I always like just straight flower. I know what I'm in for. We're in, we're out, we're good. That's all we're doing. Alrighty. Let's go over to the next thing we have going on here. Oh yeah, we have an update on the delivery bot story. So yesterday, a lot of you guys might remember, we played a video of a delivery robot hitting a Chicago bus stop thing. Apparently, this is a chronic problem. Speaking of smoking, be right back, says St. Caesar. Well, good for you, buddy. I mean, not do what you need to do. We'll be here. It's fine. So yeah, we had a story yesterday of a robot crashing through a barrier. We have another one to go over. Cheap Chinesium vape liquid was collapsing lungs, says Brian. I heard about popcorn lung. I don't think that was collapsed lung. I heard it was like just doing stuff. I just don't trust it. I don't think there's any workaround. I don't think there's a way you can have your nicotine and not have smoking risks too. Like the whole like, oh, but the stuff is bad for your lungs and it's gonna, yeah, right. But I don't think you can do that. I don't think you can cut out the middleman in cases of marijuana. You can smoke the marijuana. It's good. It's going to do what it does. It's got its medicinal benefits, but there are the downsides of smoking. And it's not like, oh, well, because it's weed. No. You're still going to have to you're going to have to pay part of that price. There's no way to skip the tab. And I don't trust because everyone sells vape liquids and stuff like, oh, it's like all the cake you can eat and it never gain a pound. I don't know, man. I don't know well, you can put as much or as little nicotine as you want in there. I will say this. That claim is true. And the truth of that claim is why someone I know and I care about was able to wean themselves off of cigarettes and completely quit smoking. And I'm glad. And they don't even vape anymore. They weaned off of vape and they stopped doing that too. And I'm glad that happened for them and they were able to do that. But yeah. King Kong Dong saying it's a smell thing. The sugar was crystallizing in there. That's where they were getting the popcorn lung because the sugar was crystallizing? Actual sugar? Ew. All right, let's go to so we covered, let's see, back over here. We covered this story yesterday of this robot. We covered this story of this robot crashing into this bus stop thing yesterday. We talked about it. Coco on the run. Apparently it's happening all over Chicago because we have a news story to talk about today. Boop. Let's go over to here to CBS News Chicago. For the ongoing coverage in our segment of
the goddamn robots, John!
Because once again,
the goddamn robots, John!
Boom. And play.
Take a look at the sidewalk along North Avenue in Old Town.
This is a hazard to people's safety.
Tuesday afternoon, video shows a Coco delivery bot moments after it crashed through the CTA bus shelter at Larrabee. The crash caught Barbara Anthony Spaulding's attention.
I hear the noise, so I look out, I'm like, what's going on? I see the robot.
The robot is covered in glass, and if you look to the left, there's a second Coco bot, just watching or waiting.
I say, man, this happening all the time. Every time you look up, the robot come through and it's bumping into people. I say, man, they lucky the robot don't get robbed for the little food. And
True Chicago style, right?
Exactly, man. It's gonna get it, man. It's gonna get it, yeah.
But the thing about it is, it was loud enough that you heard it inside.
I heard it on the inside.
No one was injured in this incident, but imagine if someone was sitting in this bus shelter when the robot came crashing through the glass, sending it flying people's way. That's one of the biggest concerns.
I don't think the robot would have come crashing through the if there's people in the bus shelter, it might have just gone straight and avoided them. I'm thinking part of the reason it comes in here is because it's trying to avoid the street, and there's nobody here. Hammer Technologies. I am weird. I love the taste of bud. Maybe not the huge smell so much, but I enjoy the taste. But I've also been smoking since I was 13, says Mr. Q. I don't like the taste of weed. I equate weed smell and taste to the high I'm going to get. So I recognize it and I enjoy it from, oh, this one's going to get me good. But like, I wouldn't say I love it. It's not something like, I don't want to cook with weed. I don't want stuff to be flavored like weed. I really would prefer not. In fact, I've cut back on my smoking a lot lately and I've been happier for that.
For individuals who live in this neighborhood.
They'd have been in some trouble, man. They'd have been in some real trouble, man. You know, they had to get a paramedic or somebody out here.
Clearly, just definitely a hazard, definitely needs to get fixed.
This is the second incident involving a robot crashing into a CTA shelter in a matter of days. CBS Chicago just showed you how a different company's bot crashed into a shelter in Westtown.
I saw your story on the news yesterday. I put 2 and 2 together, and I was like, must have happened again.
I saw your story on news yesterday. I put 2 and 2 together, and I ordered a burrito. Didn't realize it would turn out this way, but I thought it was worth a try. I'm back. The robot was set to instant kill that day. Good job. Nobody was around. It wasn't set to instant kill. The robot, again, just can't see glass.
Wondering, why does this keep happening? We've seen it more than once now, and unfortunately now it's right outside my doorstep.
In the West.
Hey, but don't worry. It's only where you walk your dog. We've seen it more than once now. All right, so here's a simple solution. No glass this high, because let's be honest, we're not going to do a very simple solution like ban the robots or make the robots not do this or hold the county or the companies, not county, the companies responsible. We're not going to do any of that shit, so fuck that noise. Let's just go ahead and just make a giant metal grate so the robot knows not to go through. Have you seen the color of the shelter? Get it? Because it's black.
Town crash. Serve Robotics told us this has never happened before. And Coco Robotics tells us this is the first time one of our robots has collided with a structure like this. Adding, the company launched an internal investigation into the crash. But with
yeah, your internal investigation was how fucked are we on this and how responsible are we for this? Because even though we see the robots doing it live on it, I wasn't driving the robot. Were you driving the robot? That's why I don't like the robots. We can easily pass the buck on, well, the unit was defective. It wasn't us. The glass isn't clear. It's opaque. The bots should be able to see it. They should, but apparently they don't.
2 crashes within days. Anthony has a quick solution for safer sidewalks.
You better put some propellers on these robots, man. Get them up off the street.
In Old Town, Jamont Terry, CBS News, Chicago.
So you want them flying? They can't handle the bus stop stuff, so you want them just moving through the air? What happens when they run into a street sign or a lamppost or something and come crashing down? People don't even realize there's a food robot over them. Now you've got people who were suddenly died by a falling Happy Meal. That's just horrible. I have terrible news, Tim. Your father was killed. Oh, my God. My dad was killed. How did that happen? He was hit by a falling food delivery robot. Was trying to deliver a Happy Meal to a kid in a cancer ward. That kid is now dead. 2 lives have been lost over 1 burger. Demal has a few more years to prepare for doomsday if he lived in Chicago. Why? Why would you have more years to prepare if you lived in Chicago? Is shit going to go off the rails here first before there? I don't know if I believe that. How does he have more time over there? That's implying that things will be better there longer before he has to. So I'm going to be honest. I'm not following you on that one, King Kong. I don't know where you're going with that one. I apologize. Either way, the robots are still breaking the bus stops. We can't make them get through there. The robots are retarded there. Oh. He's not worried about fighting an army of food delivery robots. Like, the food delivery robots are not the same level of AI control and manipulation as the robots they dropped in Ukraine that are like armed, right? They can shoot a gun. Those robots, little bit different. Little bit different. I don't think anyone's worried like, oh God, we spoke ill of the government, and it's just a fleet of Coco robots coming up your front lawn. Just they don't have wheels that could get through any sort of, like, to fight the Coco robots. All you gotta do is have thick grass. Like, those wheels ain't gonna handle that shit. They're not all terrain. They're built for asphalt and pavement. He lives in a rural cabin in the woods. He's good. Those aren't the robots he's worried about. I live in the white zone. I'm good, says Chevy JB. What's the white zone? Like the non-service area? Abel Grant, internal investigation means nothing. Yeah, an internal investigation is a fancy way of saying we're looking into the matter because we aren't going to do anything about it, so fuck off. They start shooting Coke cans at you. I mean, again, I don't think they can get to you if you're out in the woods. Those robots don't look like they handle the city very well. I've seen them be endlessly stopped by stairs. I know a bunch of them like snag stuff and break stuff all the time. I don't think they're going to have the ability to get into. They look in a weird way like a Mars or a lunar rover, but instead they show up with Taco Bell. I don't get it. It's not a good look. But they don't handle a lot of shit like fucking stairs and other things very well, so tall grass is going to be a problem. And by tall, I mean over 3 inches high. And they're done. They're done. That much grass, and they're out. And they're out. All right, so we have one story from the second hour. A German team, and I think this is for what, soccer? One of Germany's most storied sports trophies was believed to have been stolen and melted down. It's now turned up in the champion team's own basement. A 4-month saga took an unusual turn on Monday when German champion men's handball. Really? Men's handball. All right. Team Fuchs Berlin reported that the large silver dish went missing from its offices in November and had been found stashed in a basement storage area. The club believes the suspect stole the trophy from its offices, then hid it to retrieve later, but decided against doing so because of the media attention around the theft. I hadn't heard about this theft until now. How much is this thing worth? The trophy, which is valued at 12,000 euros or roughly $13,900, $13,900 as of 2014, was engraved with the names of the champion teams going back decades. All right. Open image and new tab. That's worth 13. That's worth 13 grand. It's just a silver plate. The Buffalo Bowling Alley has a pizza delivery robot. Do you trust the pizza delivery robot, King Kong Dong? Does it take your order, or does it just roll up with the pizza and you take it and then it rolls away? That's kind of nice. That's one thing. Again, like loading up an entire like big family value meal into a Coco and then letting that cooler just roll down the street however many blocks to get where it needs to go. That's a level of trust I'm not okay with. Like across the room, if the robot F's up, there's somebody there to solve it. That plate is shiny. Well, it should be shiny. It's apparently all silver. If it's worth $13,009, let's just round up. If it's worth 14 grand, if this is a $14,000 fucking Frisbee, it better be shiny. I don't know what's worse. The fact that this is some sort of huge trophy. Like, it's handball. That's the thing where you hit the ball with your hand, right? Hence the name. It's handball. I don't think that gets a $14,000 trophy. Fucking handball. Goddamn Germans. Fucking shit up. Ever since that swing and a miss in 1942, it's just been downhill. It's just been downhill. One of Germany's most storied trophies. Yep, we covered that. The value. After authorities found a silver bar during a series of raids on addresses in January, a spokesman for the prosecutor's office told the Sport Bill newspaper that the suspicion was the trophy had been melted down. The league has canceled the order it made for a replacement, a German agency reported. Yeah, you don't need a replacement if you found the original one. Handball is one of the most popular sports in Germany and Northern Europe. Is that true? Handball? That's all you got going on, huh? Handball. Okay. Wouldn't be what I would do to fill the time. So someone stole the fucking plate. They didn't go back for it because of the heat on it. But when you heard that they thought it had been melted down, you didn't think, well, fuck, man, now you can take it. Nobody's going to come after you for it. They think it's already gone. Nobody's looking for it. You could have gotten it back. They were going to get a replacement. It's a fucking handball trophy. Why steal a trophy of such a gay sport? Why not something cool like hockey, says Red Scooper. I don't think Germany has any hockey trophies. That's a sore subject for them. Are they in like a European league? How are they doing? Did they come home with the cup? I'm guessing not. They don't have cups over in Germany. They have plates. We have cups here. They have plates there. What do they have in China? Sushi dishes? Or no, Japan? Fuck, I screwed up my own joke. Fuck me. We were going so great. So we have a couple stories left for the second hour, and then we have our lady digger that'll be joining us. Our studio sponsor currently this month is the wonderful, the amazing, the incomparable Scruffy D's Salty Surprise. When you want something delicious in your mouth, you want a salty surprise. Every single one of Scruffy D's Salty Surprises is lovingly made by hand with bulk batch loads available upon request. So try Scruffy D's Salty Surprise, and you'll find out the surprise is that it's delicious. Wild Saffron made my joke better with the chopsticks thing. I'm sorry. I'm going to be honest. I am not in the best headspace today, so we are getting through it as best we can. But, you know, life is life, and that's what we're doing. So I apologize for being a touch off base. It will be a lot better when Digger's here. I mentioned earlier, we didn't have her yesterday. And yesterday was supposed to be like the me and Digger day. And so now it's just, I feel like I'm doing all the shows myself again. And it's a weird, draggy feeling. So I can't wait for her to be here just for that to alleviate. But if Discord fucks, then Discord better fucking be there. If Discord fucks up again, I swear to God, I'm going to lose my shit. Not ready to do all the heavy lifting all day long for 3 hours. It's killing me. All right. So we have our next story. A sanitation worker was making his rounds in Ohio. He found out, speaking of a surprise, he opened a trash can and found a man hiding inside, and we caught all of it on a dash cam video. Thank you, Fettuccine El Poo Poo. I got so hopeful when you threw that up there. Yeah, thanks, Discord. It was AWL servers. Where are those located? Are those located somewhere not in my general area? Because we got a bunch of stuff worked on in the morning. We had no internet connection until like a little bit before the show. So we had to like rush prep a show and do a show. And then right as we get the show going, my internet connection so far as I know has been great the whole time. We lose Discord. Just and it's out. Dunskies. It was horrible. I hated it. Anyways, thank you for the 100 bits. We really appreciate that. I was waiting to see if we did anything else. Not going to happen. We're going to go over here. All right, so he's got the bin. We all know there's a dude in it. Honestly, man, if you're hiding in a garbage can and I'm I'm just going to start tipping it in. Oh, no audio, of course. I love dude. He ran in place. As soon as he sees that, he realizes there's a person in here. His feet can't sit still. He thinks he found a dead body. And then he just starts pointing. And there's a cop right there. He's like, hey, officer, there's a dude in the trash can. What was the dude saying at this point? Go back. What was the dude saying at this point? He's whipping the lid up. The dude's like, hey, just wheel me back like you didn't find anything in here. It's an empty garbage can. Don't freak out. Hey, where are you going? Psst, get back here. And again, he's pointing. And then he's skipping away. Cop car rolls up. Oh, no, the jig is up. I better run. And gone. And now it's a foot chase. I bet you're not going to make it. Dear Lord. St. Caesar, officer, help. He's getting away. I would have just looked down and been like, all right, look, buddy. Either I put you in this trash compactor and you try your fate, or I'm calling the cops over. But one of those is happening. Red Scooper. Any bets the garbage man is black? I can't tell. Yeah, we don't get a close enough view. He certainly doesn't seem black, though. Whack-a-mole here does not seem black and or Hispanic like Red Scooper suggested. Matthew Quall, now that's taking out the trash. But he didn't. He just told the cops. If he had hit the lever and brought the dude in, now we could be talking. But that was a pretty seamless hop out of the garbage can. I feel like if you're this dude, you probably didn't get away with this. But if you're this dude, the last thing you want is to like hop up, get your foot caught, and the dismount just brings you crashing face first into the ground. The guy in the bin should have gave the trash man $20. Right? If you're hiding in a trash bin, you better have your tip ready. Because when they open that lid, it's either jail or trash compactor. You got to have a way to sweeten the pot. Like, hey, let's hold on. He better be high. If he's high, it's more impressive because, again, dude, he cleared the bin. Just up and out. Nah, he's probably high. He ran out of his shoes. He literally ran out of his footwear. The guy ran out of his shoes. He's trying to haul so much ass, his feet didn't keep up with him. He better be high. Well, one thing's for certain, he's not. He when he got caught later, he did tell the officers he was crushed. He was crushed. Crushed. Fuck. Oh man, it was. You know what? It turns out he thought he could escape the police. He had some bad judgment calls. He was pretty trashed when he decided to hop into the garbage can. The dash cam video that we just watched with you, posted by Huber Heights Police Department, shows the worker rolling the bin towards the garbage truck, lifting the lid, and quickly staggering back before pointing toward the container as officers pull up. Police said the man had fled on foot after a traffic stop earlier on Monday. Officers briefly lost sight of him and set up a multiple police officer perimeter in the area. The video shows the man climbing out of the bin and taking off running as an officer chases. During the pursuit, the man's shoes appeared to fly off. Yeah, they did. They went fucking careening to the winds. The man was taken into custody without injury, police said. He's taken, well, injury like physically. I feel like your pride gets damaged when you hop in a garbage bin, flee on foot. He literally had to flee on foot because his fucking shoes went flying. So he couldn't flee on shoes. He had to flee on foot. New meaning to the term foot chase. Oh. That's a cocaine high with so much energy. Everyone's going to have different opinions. I don't know. I will say this. I've never seen a crime like that and been like, that's a weed high. What's a weed high crime? I feel like weed high crimes never work because the people in them aren't motivated enough and they're too stupid to make it like come together. And it always revolves around munchies. So like, what's a weed high crime? Like you stole a bag of chips? Ooh, fucking watch out for this guy. Johnny, new Bluey game got announced today. From you and your daughter to play. Interesting. We'll find out. Carfentanil, says King Kong Dog. Is that what he was on? I don't know what that is. That's a running for your warrant sprint. He would have made it if it wasn't for that goddamn garbage man. He could have just hid out in the trash can for a while. Police officers would be like, no sign of him. No sign of him. Moving on. And he just hang out there for a couple hours. Nope. He had to know he was screwed when the fucking guy was rolling the bin. That's got to be the worst part. You're feeling it. It's bouncing, hitting every piece of the pavement. And you know that lid's going to open. You're just looking up like, please, God, don't tell them. And he told them. I took on more hours at work, and it's really cutting into my stream watching time, but I'm here now. Rejoice. Glad to have you, Lexi Vaughn. So what you're saying is you can throw a little into the old keep the boat afloat collection plate. We appreciate that so much. Venmo, Streamlabs, PayPal. If you could be so kind. I'm kidding. All right, let's catch up with their junkie and trash bin was white with 5 teeth. Yeah. This is a white guy. But that's because a white guy doesn't understand the danger a trash bin holds. They just throw everything in there and everything's fine. They assume they'll be okay. It'll all work out. It'll all work out. Not that day. What do we say to the police officer? Not today. Yeah, but then you run out of your shoes and he catches you 3 blocks later. So did he listen? I don't think so. I don't think so. Hey, Alan, how we doing? Good to see you, buddy. We've got, what is it? We got an hour and 45 minutes left in the show. A little bit. An hour and a half. We've got an hour and a half left in the show. Our Lady Digger will probably be joining us in a little while here. Is she still going over on her stream? No, she is not. No, she is not. That means she'll probably be here fairly quickly. When she gets here, Alan, you're just getting here. I don't know if you noticed or not. She made a lemon pound cake on her stream, and a lot of people were very excited for it. And so we can ask her how that went. Lexi, 50 of my best times. Thank you so much. I was kidding, but you're great. Oh my God, thank you. Fun fact, Brian threw in a 5 earlier that with everything else that we had already accrued counted towards the goal. The same is true for this one. And we have enough left over from that. So that's the full 5. So we're down to 30 on next Thursday, the 31st. Thank you, Lexi. I knew you were kidding, but I know. But I just wanted to be clear because I am a dick. A dick who did not bring enough water for the show today. which means I'm going to start getting a more and more gravelly voice as we go. Ooh, boy, that'll be fun. All right, so I have a video I want to do, but now I kind of want to wait. If I know she's going to be here in a bit, I kind of want to get our Canadian Lady Digger in here before we talk about this. It's a court video, so I thought that would be fun. Daylight savings time happens Saturday, thank God. I want daylight savings time to end. We need to stop this. We need to abolish daylight savings time. U.S. abolish daylight savings. Efforts to end the twice-yearly U.S. clock changes are active, with many states passing legislation to adopt permanent daylight savings time or standard time through federal approval, though federal approval is required. While the Sunshine Protection Act aims for permanent daylight savings time, no bill has been passed both houses of Congress. As of March 2026, clocks look to continue to change.
We got rid of it in BC. We sprang forward for the last time. Hi.
Hey everybody. It's it's Digger. Let me get my
Oh my God, you're huge.
Yeah. Don't worry, you'll be saying that more in due time. You know what the funny part is? Of all the stuff that's persisted on the internet, like negative and positive, negative shit, fine, whatever. That one still keeps going. That's just like,
what?
Oh, he's a piece of shit. He's a cripple. His show sucks. He doesn't do he has a small show. He sucks. Whatever. But he has a big dick. Like that's the thing.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Well, you know, some good must come with the bad. Giggity.
Saint Caesar, you can go get water now, Johnny. I don't really need to get water.
I can't hear you. You've muted yourself.
What?
Or is it on my side?
I didn't mute myself.
You're lit up.
Yeah, I'm doing all my talking. This is weird. Yeah, it's on you. I'm
for fuck's sakes.
What did you do?
Somehow the little volume dial got knocked. Like all of a sudden you're gone. I'm like, wait, what?
Abel Graham is calling you the Duchess of Crutches. That's an interesting term. So people have said they've seen pictures. I didn't ask you about this morning. How did your how did your pound cake go?
It went very well, actually. It has yet to be glazed. I will do that when we're done. Yeah, giggle away.
I can't.
I can do the glazing.
I told people I can't help but say that you like you had to wait for it to cool before you could take it out of the pan and glaze it, and I can't help but smile when you're like, yeah, I gotta get it out of the pan and glaze it. And it's just
yeah.
It's
I got it out of the pan last night, but
giggity.
Yeah.
So you've had none of it. Now, is there lemon flavoring in the glaze? Like, is the glaze also part? So I imagine the glaze is where a lot of the lemon flavor really gets into it, because the one I had, the strongest lemon flavor came from when you were biting into a piece with glaze on it. So.
Sorry, pardon me. That was rude.
Did you take a good?
I had to hop in right after
here?
the dab. No, I took a dab, but I hopped in too quick because I wanted to brag about the fact that we don't need to do the stupid daylight savings time anymore.
Yeah. Wow, it's everyone. We've been waiting all day for the glaze.
I will, once we're done this show, I will do the glaze.
And then share pictures of your lemon pound cake.
Yes.
That's
well,
a shame.
I will
try
and record it.
If you had mentioned it, I would have yelled at you like, no, go glaze it now before your show so you can share it on your show. And on this one, like, you can show it like drying or glazing. You could have had a piece. You could have been eating it, driving me nuts. That would have been fun. None of these things. None of these things.
I'm harvesting glaze right now, so there's a Chevy. There you go. Yes.
Canada does everything wrong, so I don't want to abolish daylight savings, says King Kong Dog. No, I do. It's stupid and I hate it. It serves no function in today's society. It doesn't In a world where we're talking about having the cattle be on an AI controlled collar so they can be moved around without ranch hands, why the fuck do we need to change the clock every couple of hours based on where the sun is? Is it up? Is it down? Does it fucking matter? Cars have headlights, asshole. Who cares?
Okay. Lexi's saying got rid of it in Arizona a long time ago. And Red Scoper's saying, fun fact, Arizona doesn't have daylight savings time, but they do switch time zones. So how does that work?
I don't know. They do it at a different time. Do they? Oh, maybe they don't switch time zones in terms of like when it goes an hour before, an hour back. They switch to the one that's on par with where their time is. So it's like we were CST, now we're PST or Mountain Time. I guess we were MT, and now we're CST. And so from like a programming standpoint, like a television programming standpoint, when they switch their time zone, they switch into a different time zone of broadcasting. So when programs happen on CST. But again, from their purview, from their viewpoint, the world moved around them and they stayed right where they were. Could be cool. Could actually work. Well, that was weird. Just had a girl ask me on a date in front of Nikki. Not good.
I don't know. I think that's pretty awesome. She gets to know that her man's still desirable to other women, and that makes her feel good. And you get to feel good because you're still desirable to other women, and that makes you feel good. And then everyone goes home. Feels really good together.
Wholeheartedly endorse Nikki treating the way I'll treat anybody that starts hitting on my lady in front of me when I'm just sitting there in my wheelchair. Just roll around her in a circle, piddle if you can, and just my bush.
Or you could that too.
You know, just cop a squat and just drop a little bit of pee. Just a little bit of pee.
Just a little bit, yeah.
Right? If you can aim it, hit them in the ankles to mark your territory. But, you know, respectful.
Yeah.
The idea is we're scenting. We're not being assholes here. I can't wait for us to go out in public together. That'll be fun. Gotta find a house this weekend. I think Arizona is just far enough south where daylight savings doesn't really make a difference because you're still getting at least 15 to 20 minutes more sun.
Well, and Red Scooper was saying, I think that they switched from PST to Mountain Standard Time. I do know that between BC and Alberta, we switch. They're at, I guess, Mountain Standard, or it would be Mountain Standard. Because they're an hour ahead of us. As soon as we cross into Alberta, I lose an hour.
Yeah, but like, are they still doing daylight savings time?
Yes.
So there might be a point in time where you cross into Alberta and it's the same time.
Or it's like 2 hours.
Yeah, or it's 2 hours, I guess. You could lose more metric bullshit. Again, I just feel like we should have one standard unit of time. What time is it today? I know time is relative, but damn, man. Arizona is its own time zone. Y'all are confused, says Lexi. Well, I'm taking the word of other people and just trying to unravel how what they're saying is true. And if what they're saying is not true, that makes my life way easier. Either way, abolish daylight savings time. All right, let's go to this story. So I don't know what the lady is. Let's see if they say it in the written part before we play the video. I don't know what the lady is going to court for. But she's on a Zoom call. And I feel like you should know when you're going to be on a Zoom call. Carol joined a Zoom call late while on the road. The judge told her she was not supposed to attend the call while driving, only to respond to say she was not driving. The judge demands to see the driver at that very moment. What was she in court for? Oh, her finances. And she was with her attorney, Brian Goen, representing LVNV Funding, saying they're defaulting her over $1,788.08. Groen said in addition, the incurrent court cost would be $75 filing fee. So it's just over money. All right.
Yeah, but still, if you're in jail, you're in jail. Or sorry, if
Right.
you're in court, you're in court.
Right. You're going to court
I don't
for
like
it.
this Zoom court thing. This shouldn't be. Now that COVID's not a thing, we need to put people back in court because this stuff is ridiculous.
Well, the fun part about this is so we're in court, and as you can see, like you said, there's literally nobody there. So these guys are doing their job. This is the judge. He's right here. This is the judge.
Yeah.
And then I'm guessing that's like the stenographer sitting next to him. Then I don't know who the fuck this lady is. Maybe the court clerk. Nobody for the prosecution or the defense. The attorney's zooming in from his office, and she's zooming in from her iPhone. But again, like, you knew this was going to happen. Everybody here knew that this whole thing was happening. This is the only person who's not prepared. Oh, it's an ad.
Oh, for Pete's sake. Stupid commercials, you stupid
Put
people.
the fucking ads on when the thing opens, or obviously show that when you hit play, it's not going to be like, I thought we were doing the goddamn story.
Ma'am, what are you doing? You cannot be driving, ma'am. What are you doing? Come on.
I'm not driving. I'm a passenger in a car.
You're still not, I'm not hearing cases with people driving or as passengers in cars.
Okay, I will pull over right
Short
now.
of us coming out to everybody's
Okay, I will pull over right now. I thought you said
right now.
Thought you said you weren't driving. By the way, you're not driving. It looks like there's seats behind you. I'm a passenger in a car. The shoulder belt is coming over.
Yeah.
Coming over the left. So either you're in a country where they drive on the opposite side of the road and car, or you're in the driver's seat.
Minivan. Like, it could have a middle bench, right?
house and doing these on boats and stuff in the summer. I don't know.
I'm sorry, I have an emergency. I'm going out of town for a family member, but I will have my driver pull over. Hang on 1 second. I'm sorry. I didn't know that I wasn't allowed to be in a car, but hang on.
Ma'am, I can see your fucking arm on the wheel. Like, and I got to put you on here. I forgot you're not on the screen. I took that off while we did this. All right, so you can see her fucking arm lean forward when she's about to turn left.
1 second.
Am I crazy, or does it not look like you're driving that car?
It looks exactly like she's driving that car. And she's like, this is the other thing. You're going to lie to the cop. He can see you.
I'm not driving the car.
Nobody believes you. Because, again, the angle, everything about it.
I'm a passenger in the car, sir.
I'm a passenger in the car. She don't look
Well,
like
then turn your phone around.
Yeah, but this is
turn it around so you can show the driver.
She doesn't look like she's sitting in, like, the second row seats.
No.
It looks like the second row seats are behind her.
What side of the car are you on?
I'm on the left-hand side.
So, again, there should be someone right in front of you that's driving. And here's the funny part. I can hear the tick, tick, tick of the turn signal.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be that easy to hear it on her fucking microphone. And if you're not driving, why is your phone at this angle and not moving? It's static at this angle. What's it mounted to? Again, the only way that this is mounted to like this is if you have one of those phone mounts on your dash. Like, you can't get those for your car. She should be holding her phone.
How would you be on the left-hand side if you're a passenger in the front seat? Am I missing something?
Right-hand side. I'm sorry.
She can't get her lies straight. I'm on the left-hand side. She's just answering the question like, let's get this. How are you a passenger if you're on the left-hand side of the car? The only responsible is the driver's right in front of me. Oh, boy.
Yeah,
And
well, that's exactly it. The driver's right in front of me, so turn your camera around and show us the back of the driver's head.
the chat and you are kind of covering it. This is the attorney that wants the, again, like $1,800 that she apparently owes.
Okay.
From whatever financing thing or whatever. He's just fucking smiling. He's like, I don't have to do shit. I don't have anything. I don't have to make an argument. I don't have to prove my case. We're going to win by default because she's pissing off the cop and lying to his face. Lying to his face. And it's, by the way, she's too dumb to realize that ship ain't sailing.
I've been sitting in a room. I didn't know.
Yeah, the seatbelt's coming off of the driver's side.
Dude, fucking, He's taken his time to Inspector Gadget solve this crime. I'm sorry, ma'am. You left more than enough breadcrumbs for you be driving.
Right?
Her arms are moving to operate the steering
Now
wheel.
you're lying to me, right?
No, I'm not, sir.
Let me see the driver.
Yeah.
Let me see the driver.
See? Yep. What's she gonna say? What do you think she's gonna say?
I have no idea what she's gonna say. I'm looking at her face, and I don't. She reminds me of. She reminds me of somebody, just in looks, not in behavior. And I'm looking at her face, and I'm just like, that's the look that person would give when they're like, "Oh, I've been completely caught in my bullshit." I don't know what the fuck you say to that. Let me see the driver. There's absolutely no one else in the car. Again, the phone was mounted at a weird angle. She had one arm up, like one arm was clearly doing a lot more of the steering of the vehicle. And it's just the whole thing. She looks like she's driving the car. Clearly the seatbelt's on the left side. She's clearly in the driver's seat of the car. You were saying it's a minivan. If it's a minivan, you're still in the front. There's the fucking sunroof.
I didn't say it was. I said that's the only way.
Right. You were saying if it was a minivan, she would be in there. I'm saying even if it is, like, dude, there's the edge. There's the edge of the sunroof. She moved the phone and it incriminated her even more. There's the edge of the sunroof. Let's see the driver. Oh boy. Okay. Let's find out.
Like I said, that's what I said. What do you think?
St. Caesar's excuse, I think, would be the best one you could come up with.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
It's a Tesla.
Fair enough.
Like, it's a Tesla. I'm not really driving. I'm talking to you. If the car needs me to intervene, I will obviously focus on the car as opposed to the proceedings. But I had a family emergency, and I've been waiting in a waiting room for a while, so I felt that it was okay to let the car kind of handle this journey, and I would focus more on the proceedings than the car while we're doing this. But the car is technically paying attention to all the roads and stuff. You know, the same arguments that people can, like, because, I mean, no offense, like, that, the argument of, like, well, you shouldn't be doing this while driving. You should be focused on the driving. Like, yeah, but the car's doing it. And again, like, well, you should be attentive. Like, if the car needs me to drive, it'll let me know. Again, that's safe enough to use as an excuse to put it in a car and let the car do these things. So the fact they're doing it during a court proceeding shouldn't change.
Hang on 1 second.
No.
I have to ask their permission.
Now.
Oh my God.
Oh, you're not.
Yeah, there it is. There's the window screen right there. Yeah.
You weren't
the
in the
window
driver's
screen.
side. You think I'm that stupid? I'm going to go ahead and enter a default judgment. Our paperwork says that we can't that they can't drive. Does it not, Jennifer?
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I took a breath in and started choking. Well, I missed what
Does
you
our
said.
paperwork not tell people that they can't be in a car?
I don't know, Your Honor. I'd have to look at it again. I haven't looked at it in a while.
Sorry, we gotta forget the fact that she just glazed. Like, you know what? Props to the game. She just glazed. She glazed completely over the whole. I lied to you, officer. I lied to you, but not officer. I lied to you, Your Honor. I was driving the car the whole fucking time. Which, by the way, he knew.
Does not say that I cannot be in a car.
I'm entering a default judgment. You lied to me. Judgment 1921-85. Send me your counsel and put in there defendant was not available at the time and then was driving a car and telling the court she was not. I'm entering a default judgment. Have a great day. Thank you.
Nice.
Oh, poor lady. The judge was waiting to call her a dumb cunt. Yeah, the judge was really, you know what? I bet, he seems like a professional, but I bet he wouldn't mind a button.
You're a cunt.
Yeah, every now and again.
So, yep, that's where it went. That's where it went. Dumb cuntsville. So he called her out. Do you really think I'm that stupid? Like, and that's got to be the other part. It's got to be really insulting. I'm sitting here watching you because I can focus on watching you because I'm not driving a car. And the worst part is that ain't no Tesla. She couldn't be driving. Or she shouldn't be driving. She was having to operate the car the whole time. So. Red Scooper saying autopilot requires you to have your hands on the wheel. Yeah, tentatively. You kind of have to have your hands on the wheel. But if the car is doing all the steering, you don't have to look to make sure it's in its lane. You can focus on the camera. Either way, it's still a horrible system that I don't trust. And it doesn't matter because she doesn't have a Tesla anyway. She lied to the judge and you got her case thrown out. She's a pathological liar. Well, apparently a pathological liar and defaulting on a financial case. It was all about a financial case you had in court. I don't know what family emergency you have, but if you have to be in court for a judgment and you're trying to find a way to get out of it or whatever she was doing, I feel like maybe we tell the family, you guys are going to have to wait a hot minute. I love Judge McNally's famous. Was that Judge McNally?
That was Judge McNally. McNally Simpson is another one I really enjoy. I've got Judge Simpson here. It's like a 5-minute and 50-second clip of the one when he's talking to the woman who had sex while in Zoom court. Yeah, I couldn't remember his name, so I had to pull it up.
All right, so we just did the one.
Judge Simpson is a really good one.
I never saw the judge, so.
Judge, if I may, really quick, I have
Your name, please.
Oh, I've only done one of these before. My name is Kimberly Carroll. I'm sorry.
There she is.
Oh, boy. Let's start with that. I just entered a default judgment.
Is there as me?
You cannot be driving, ma'am. What are you doing? Come on.
I'm not driving. I'm a passenger in a car.
You're still not. I'm not hearing cases with people driving or as passengers in cars.
One, I love the Ray Zelinsky Auto Parts voice he's got. Oh, ma'am, you can't be driving. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not doing this as passengers in cars. All right, so that's the McNally one. Did you send me the other one? Is it that you wanted me to play
It's
that one?
inside chat.
This one's from 6 hours ago. All right, I'll check this
Want
out.
an informal?
Please.
He's offering you impeding.
We caught that out. I don't know why.
Yeah, no, it's inside chat.
Yeah, I'm going to get it in a second.
If everybody, listen,
This
I'm
is
just
supposed to
telling
be
you,
no nonsense courtroom.
they're not gonna change
This is
it
from
to
6
a
hours
warning.
ago.
And I can't change it to a warning. If you want to come and have a hearing, I have no problem with that. But if
All right, this is boring as shit. It's just no nonsense. It was interesting to see what the no nonsense one was. So let's jump over here. You said it's in the side chat. I'll grab it.
Yeah, McNally's a good one.
we've covered this guy
Simpson's
before
good.
too. I've covered this guy before as well. This guy's another one where he was talking to somebody who was driving right beforehand. But let's find out. Cedric Simpson, 14A1 district judge.
No, Your Honor. Anybody threaten you or coerce you?
No, Your Honor.
You're doing this voluntarily
Yes, Your Honor.
and of your own free will,
Yes,
and because you believe that you are indeed guilty of this offense?
yes, Your Honor.
On the date of September 4th, 2025, Washtenaw Hogback Road, Pittsfield Township, Washtenaw County, State of Michigan, did you have methamphetamine in your possession?
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
Did you use it?
Dude, she doesn't look like she's speaking.
I know.
Who's the person again? So who's he's supposed to be calling someone out for boning? I don't know what we're talking about.
The one,
did, Your Honor.
the Samsung
did you know what
SM
you were
is the
using
one
as
that's going to be
methamphetamine?
the one.
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
Yeah, what do you?
Ma'am, if I accept your
What is
plea,
she doing?
I have to advise you that if you commit
does it look like
misconduct,
she's
the thing
doing?
is defined by the Michigan court rules between
Walking or bouncing up and down? You mean right now?
Right now.
I don't know if we
you
can
share
play
it,
this.
please? I can't hear it.
Yeah, I don't know if I should be playing this on my channel if it's known that she's actually.
It's all over YouTube. There was a bunch of different people with this
time of my
clip. This is
acceptance for
just
your
the
plea and the
shortest
time of
clip.
sentencing, you would not be entitled to withdraw your plea, and the court would not be bound by any sentence recommendation or evaluation. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Counsel, are you aware of any other promises, threats, or other inducements which have led to this plea?
Defense is not aware of any.
Oh my God! I just realized. I thought she set the phone down on like a table. She set it down on whoever she's riding, and now she's leaning against the wall and like throwing her hips into it. That's not.
All right. And have I complied with the court rule?
And defense is satisfied, Your Honor.
Court will accept the defendant's plea of guilty to count 2. Count 1 is dismissed. Pre-sentence investigation and report is ordered at 14A1.
Is he going to notice at any point?
Wait.
February 11th, 2026, 9 a.m. That's before me.
And that's here, Judge, correct?
That is correct.
And Your Honor, can I address bond?
Briefly.
Judge, briefly, my client has no prior offenses. The test did come back, the one that she appealed, and it showed the progress report. It said victims report negative for fentanyl. And I think that was one.
He noticed. He noticed. I just realized I'm looking at everybody. I don't know about LaShawn Charles.
LaShawn just leaned in and went, wait a minute.
That is correct.
And Your Honor, can I address bond?
Briefly.
Judge, briefly, my client has no prior offenses. The test did come back,
All right,
the one
no,
that
she's
she
just in there,
appealed.
eyes
and
are
it
closed.
showed,
Wait for it.
the progress report. It said victims report negative for fentanyl.
No, now she's just sitting there with her
And
eyes
I think
closed.
that was one.
She looks like she's just with her eyes closed, just waiting for this all to get over with. I don't know what
Okay,
her
I'm
deal
pretty
is.
Sure I saw her like. Okay.
And I don't know what her deal is or why she has a Darth Vader outfit in her background. But then I also don't know about this guy. I'm a little uncomfortable with the guy that looks like he's studying all of this like it's going to be on the test. His arms are below camera frame and he hasn't moved the whole time.
The issues that the court kept her. And I think she would acknowledge that she did.
I feel like he's probably looking at the paperwork. He's looking at and talking at the paperwork. They're doing. These two know, though. That guy was bullseyed on that thing.
Cocaine after.
No, there's. Well, go ahead, Counsel.
No, and I think she would acknowledge that she used cocaine after being placed on bond initially when you put her in jail. Since she's been in jail since January 8th. And she also, Judge, has been diagnosed. She was taken to the hospital while in custody for gallstones.
Okay, so now we're done having the sex. We've at least finished that part.
She does not have
We're
any
walking off
gallstones,
now?
but she has blood in her urine, and the doctors believe that she has kidney stones. So she does need medical attention.
What do you mean? No.
Keep watching.
She got up. We got done. You've got stuff to. Can we wait till after the Zoom call?
She was still rocking. I think the phone
March
slipped.
9th, 2026, 9 a.m. before Judge Freshour.
I'm talking about the way the background.
Your Honor, I did have one request renewed from the last time we were here. Miss Burnside
Now
has
she's
a
smoking. She's
pretty
having her
severe
after-sex
cut.
smoke.
I know the probation, the testing facility, Keith over there had checked it. He has recommended her, and I believe he's going to accompany her to medical for that. They did switch the leg, but
this is
based
taking
on that,
forever.
would the court be willing to transfer to the sober?
Where's the
link
part
and
where
a
they
release of
finally
that
figure
test?
out this is boring as shit?
It's coming.
It's been 3 minutes.
Court does call the case People versus Marquetta Clement. That war.
There,
those
13
warrants will
minutes
issue
later.
immediately.
Perfect, Your Honor. Thank you.
It is now brought to the judge's attention. We had 3.5 minutes we could have skipped. They take a break to review the footage. He's smiling about it. Still, it was over 5 minutes. Relax, dude. No, it's just, again, like, wait for it. I don't want to sit through a 5-minute video. Sorry, I just woke up. What did I miss, right?
A girl having sex.
Court calls case of the
During
People
Zoom
versus
court.
Jessica Brascalia.
Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Alexis Earps with and on behalf Ms. Brosgala, who I believe should be appearing on Zoom.
Gala,
Smiling.
need you to unmute and state your name.
Okay. Hi. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay.
super happy
Jessica
now.
Brascala.
Your Honor, we'd be requesting an adjournment this time. There's some more.
She's gonna need to, let me just stop you. She's gonna need to appear in person. We've had a problem with this defendant. We've kicked her out of our courtroom. I think on 2 occasions. She's come back in. She was smoking.
That wasn't me.
Oh, that was definitely you.
Folks, my staff has reported that was you. And it appeared as though you were having sex on the screen.
No.
During the no, you
Well,
were definitely.
it was interesting. The reason I took a break was to go back and look at the video. And my
Okay.
staff reported it to me, and it did
The
appear
reason I
that
took a
that's what
break was
occurring.
to go back
So
and look
what
at the
I am
video.
gonna do,
And now I'm having them send it to me so I can use it whenever it's a cold and lonely night.
not on the defendant's motion, I'm going to adjourn this out to next week, the 5th. You'll have to appear in person, ma'am.
Okay.
That way we can assure you're not smoking and not having sex while you're in court. Thank you. Bond will continue.
Understood, Your Honor. Thank you.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. You should see the video. All right. Thank you. Mute her and get her out of my court.
Wow, is what she has
Wow.
to say. And look at the poor lawyer. She got stuck, thrown in. She was just next up to bat. And so she got stuck with the case, and that's what she got handed.
Well then. Wasn't me, Your Honor. I'm not lying.
Oh.
Lie detector blows up. I don't think there's a lie detector. You don't need much of a lie detector when like the whole world around the camera was shaking. Like the camera was doing one of these.
Yeah, like you can tell. You could tell what she was doing. When it first starts, she's giving him a handy. What are you doing? I know
I was
you're sitting
making
there all
an
by yourself,
example.
dude.
I was making an
Yeah, I
example.
know, but you're all by yourself. A little weird.
She was supposed to be too.
Yeah, well, she was
That's why
not.
the video was weird.
She was not alone.
Oh, she was not.
Oh man, Red Scoper, she knew because she was listening. She was actually pulled up. She knew they were dealing with her thing right there, and she still had to finish the handy and then hop on in court. And honestly, she nearly got away with it. If not for the people sitting to the side waiting for their thing to come up, they wouldn't have seen it.
I don't know, man. Even muted, the O face she made was pretty spot on.
I love that 13 minutes later she's grinning. She's in a much better mood.
Right? Well, apparently she needed to do that before court, but not like do that before the Zoom call.
Right? So yes, Wild, you're welcome. That was a recent court thing.
What the fuck? They do they not know that they are going to be in court? Right. The whole thing is scheduled. It's fairly like determined when and where you're going to be in court. You could have cleared the day. Clear the dude's balls beforehand. Grandma's Boy Pod has rated the stream.
Oh, hey, good to see you guys.
Grandma's Boy Pod. Thank you
Good
for
to see
rating
ya.
the stream.
Thank you.
We appreciate it. Welcome to the show.
Welcome.
We've got like an hour left. We've got a bunch of different things to talk about. Speaking of
Oh, hey, Bricks. Good to see you too.
Grandma's Boy Pod rated the stream. You sent me,
Yeah,
or
Divergent
not? You
one?
sent me. We have a video that pretty much is, I think, accurately describes what you assume a raid is, in any sense.
No,
of the
not a
word.
raid. What happens after the raid? I've got to make this clear. I don't think you're doing this while raiding. This is after you've killed
Yeah,
all
but
the
again-
boxes.
Again, like, but the only reason you have for this is because it's called a raid. That's your basis for this thought. Well, it's
Right.
called a raid. So anything
Right.
called a raid should follow the same rules.
No,
Like,
no,
yes,
not
yes,
anything
yes,
called
yes.
a raid.
Anything
No,
called
no.
a raid.
It is anything where you are
uh-uh.
battling. You are battling things. You are killing things in each other. That is the type of raid after which I expect this reaction. Not a panty raid. I don't expect it after a panty raid.
I
Okay?
just again,
don't expect
your whole every time I'm like, why would you expect that we do these
because
things?
you're battling.
Because you're raiding.
You're battling things.
Because you're raiding.
You're raiding in a game. You guys are running around.
Yeah, so
killing
why
shit
would it be?
together?
and again,
Well,
there's
after
no
that kind
there's
of a
no
raid-
there's no evidence historically speaking that anytime people raided, they did this automatically. Like this happened during some raiding and pillaging. But you again, you have this weird obsession. And you keep trying to paint it on like it's a me thing for not doing.
Wildest
I'm tired.
thing. Wildest thing. Are you going to have this argument again, Johnny? You already lost.
I'm
It's
tired
just
of
true.
I'm tired of being gaslit into the idea that I shouldn't. Like, that I'm the weirdo for going no. Once we get done with raid, there's no R wording and pillaging. That's not. That's not what happens.
That's what I thought happened after those types of raids. You out killing things with your friends, and then after the bloodlust and the
bring
adrenaline
friends as
comes
McLaughlin.
down,
I
then
appreciate
you've got to do the the R and pillaging.
No, you don't. You do not need to do
Well,
that.
My ancestors did after they ran around killing all the bosses.
Yeah, all the bosses were everybody else in town. Like that's the problem. Like for you, the bosses were, the town the next island over or whatever. Like this is a video game. No, I'm not doing that. I'd be worried about the game designers that took the time to devise a game where you could do that.
Another red flag. Emma, so this is the same red flag from yesterday.
Go fishing.
Grandma's voice saying my raid preference is a panty raid. Yeah. See, there really shouldn't be any R-ing and pillaging.
Right.
After
There
panty
shouldn't
raid.
be any R wording
No,
and
after
pillaging.
your kind of
After
the
any
kind of raid
kind.
you're doing,
After
there should
any
be.
kind.
There should
Again,
be.
after any kind. And any person
There
that
used to
somehow
be. Historically there was a time.
Yeah.
But after the raid-
Historically, there was a time where you couldn't vote and you had to go outside once a month, and we all know why. And guess what? Things might have been better then too, but we changed with the times.
Oh no.
Alan,
Right,
my tummy
Alan?
is sore from laughing. I know. It's fun that she is so ridiculously stuck on. All right, so we have this video to play quick. I don't know
Are you
what
going
the
to show them what I think
not the one that
you're supposed to be doing?
no, we're
after the
getting to
raid?
that. That's we got a
Oh,
bunch.
okay. I thought you
Dude,
were
we've got
you're building up.
I
for
was
that.
building up the whole hour. We've got a whole bunch of stories to get into. We've got
My bad.
we got it's a little bit of a downer, but we got like an update on a person who got infamous on
Darwin.
yeah, a Darwin Prize winner who got a little traction because viral video of him twerking on a Jeep at 75 miles an hour while going down to Port Aransas, Texas. It's now been confirmed that guy died. Spoiler alert. But we've got that. That'll be fun. We've got a story about a baby that was born on the same birthday as his mom and grandma, but the story apparently gets weirder from there. So I didn't look into the weirder. I wanted to see what happens. I have the contest that I was going to talk about that we didn't talk about before. Entries are open until June 15th of 2026, and you can apply to win $250 for watching and filling out reviews of VHS movies. You can't cheat and do it with DVD.
I want to do that.
You have to watch it on VHS. They will give you a VCR, and 3 lucky people that participate in this will be drawn at random to win $250. So we'll talk about that. The deadline to enter is in June 15th. So you got a couple months. You said you want to do it. I kind of do, but I think
3 VHS movies. I think I own 4. So yeah, I could go.
Stop it. Fucking X. They do it on purpose, and it pisses me
Yeah,
off. The
Grandma's
whole
boy.
we can't pause it.
Yeah.
Times were much better then, Johnny. I misspoke. Panty Raid was Mr. Krabs. Oh. Oh yeah, and then we have the video. We have the video.
Yes.
Then we have a couple of other random weird little clips. Damn it, they're doing it again. Fuck me. I hate this. Don't pause when I click pause thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
We've got a video of somewhere in, I think we said Central America. We're not sure where. Apparently somewhere I'm jealous of. And then a heartwarming video. I don't know what the heck is in this. A grandfather left something for his grandson in his will, saying, like, dig it up for the track, like, dig up under this rock, like a real Shawshank moment. Like, when you get out of here, you're going to go to a field with a stone wall. There's a big apple tree there, and you're going to dig under it. You're going to find a rock that has no earthly business being in a field. And under it, I hid something for you. I hope you find it. And then he's like, what's under the rock? And he's like, to find that out, you're going to have to go there. And then he's gone the next day, and it ends up being like you followed me this far, here's a pile of money, come see me in San Jose or whatever, like that whole thing. I'm wondering if it's one of these. It's like, hey, I'm not really dead. I'm just sick of your grandma, and I had to get away from that old hag. So, like, I liquidated all the funds, and I moved over to the Bahamas. Come meet me.
This is for you to make sure that you keep her away from the Bahamas. If she ever starts talking about vacation, you make damn sure she does not come to the Bahamas, son. This is payment. You just got to keep her away from there.
You tell her I understand if she still needs to find love again, but no blacks. Too late to start now, Bessie. Like, all right, that's racist, Grandpa. I mean, cool that you're open to her finding happiness and fulfillment in life. Not cool that there's a color fucking gradient thing. I don't know. Grandpa, now I feel bad.
Yeah.
All right, so let's find out what's going on
in
with
the
all this.
Bahamas.
So yeah, we have the videos
Cool.
of all that. Then we had the animal video you shared. So you
Oh, the
sent us the
animal
animal
video.
video. The animal video is of a rescue, like a parrot rescue, and it's a interesting little thing. So we'll go through that.
Yeah.
Kind of ties into the thing we had others, and I didn't have an animal video, so I'm grateful that you shared that with us. And so we've got all those to get through.
It's the day in the life of a parrot named Turtle. Yep. What I said.
It shouldn't be a thing. All right, so this is our latest Darwin Award winner. I feel bad for the family that's going to be mourning the loss of this person, but at the same rate, this is probably, I would say, capital of the state of stupid ideas you could give me.
Yeah.
To get yourself killed. Like, this is on top of it. Driving a Jeep with I'm guessing an American flag and probably a Trump flag or a fuck Biden flag, whatever. Driving with flags on the back. No handholds. Despite you got the flag poles there, why do you hold on the flag poles? It's just hanging on, and he's get it? He's humping and he's twerking in the Jeep.
Oh, and then he slid down.
And they got into an accident pulling that crap off. Nobody properly clothed. See, this is why when you go to the beach, wear a T-shirt and then take it off while you're at the beach.
Bring your shirt and shorts.
Shirt and shorts. Yep. Yeah. Oh, we're in an accident and I feel a little exposed. Yeah, maybe don't walk around the world that way. Where the fuck is she keeping her wallet? How is she going to pay for her drinks and her food and stuff?
She doesn't need to.
What?
It's
That's the
spring
thing.
vacation. Oh, no. She'll find people to pay. More than willing to pay for everything.
What do you mean? Why?
What do you mean, why?
Why would you pay for somebody else's food because they didn't choose to, like, bring their own wallet? Like, I'd be like, shut up, bitch. Go get your own damn food.
This is spring break. These are horny teenagers. Young, dumb, and full of cum.
Right, which is why you don't need to pay for it. She'll
She
fuck
is
you anyway.
wearing only that. So what do you think they're going to do? They're going to let her just sit there and suffer? Or exactly, Wild saying, or are they going to cover anything she wants? King Kong Dong is saying blowjobs go a long way, Johnny. Well, Wild is saying bathing suit, in that bathing suit, she doesn't need money, right?
Well, no, in that bathing suit, you can't carry money. And first of all, King Kong Dong, blowjobs go a long way. Yeah, sure, you're not going to starve, but I mean, I'd rather have a sandwich. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not Matthew Q. Women don't pay for drinks. Well, then they better not be drinking.
Oh, she's hiding her
Those
under
two dudes.
boob.
Those two dudes look really, really worried about their friend right now. I'm saying sarcastically. They look super worried about their friend.
Yeah, well, he's kind of stunned still.
No, he's dead.
No. The one guy, one of the two that survived.
Oh.
He was sitting there kind of looking very stunned.
I'm guessing he was either the driver or he saw it go down.
No,
'Cause
I'm
you either
thinking
have
he
to
was
feel-
the passenger, front passenger
It's
is my
just-
guess. Yeah.
It's just, again, the medical examiner's office identified the fatal spring victim.
Fly. I believe I can touch the sky.
So
Fuck
it was a
this
crash.
didn't work out the way I'd hoped.
There's a crash on Highway 361, and he got ejected. He got ejected, and he was
He didn't-
Dunskies.
Yeah. He didn't get ejected out of the car though. He got ejected off of the roof. You know, like let's saying he got ejected makes it sound like he was riding in the car and he was just chucked out. No, this guy was being a super dumbass.
Matthew Quall, actually, I take that back. Only ugly women have to pay for drinks. Again, I'm not, unless we're a thing. Like, I don't pay up front unless, like, we're dating. Like, if we're dating and you go out dressed like that, yeah, I'll pick up every check. Because
As if you don't, someone else will. Dressed like that?
it's always important to know where your partner stands. I say that like, oh, I wouldn't do that. Like,
No,
up
no,
front
I'm not
unless we're a
talking
thing.
in
No, just let me
specifics.
finish.
I'm talking
please.
about if
Please
she's
let me
dressed
finish.
like that.
Please let me finish. I'm just saying it's nice to know where your partner stands when I say something like that. And her immediate thought is, well, because in an outfit like that, if you don't, somebody else will. I'm just thinking like we're going out and she'll just look at me expectantly and be like, what? I ain't getting this. Like, well then fuck, I'm gonna find out who will, and she's just gonna walk off on me.
I'm talking about myself. I'm talking about that girl in an outfit like that and girls who can wear outfits like that.
I've got bad news for you. Anybody can
They
wear an
don't
outfit
have to
like
pay
that.
for anything.
Anybody
Well,
can wear an
no, I
outfit
know
like that.
that-
Maybe not as
that
well.
Can wear it without scaring and or blinding a person. There's an awful lot of folks who wear the clothes that they shouldn't be wearing too.
Oh God, yeah. They're all at Walmart. Just go through there on an afternoon.
And the Houston Rodeo.
If a beautiful woman walks up to you and starts flirting with you and you have the inclination to date her, you buy her a drink. No, you keep talking to her and then she goes out back and she has sex with you. That's like how that all works. It's the way it was working for me before. I didn't have to buy people drinks. I just hung out with them. I
They'd
talked
hop
with them.
on
What?
just for nothing. They just hop on for nothing.
Well, not hop on
never
for
had
nothing.
to-
But my point is I secured the date and or sex without buying any drink. I just talked to them. Made them laugh. I
Okay.
figured out what made them laugh and what they enjoyed, and we just did that, and it worked. It was fine. I didn't have to do. I didn't. Like I always bought people like food and drinks and stuff like when we were dating, and I'm going out like, and I'm like, oh, I got this. That's fine. I got.
But when you were out on the prowl, all single, you could get some without having to buy a single drink.
I was poor as fuck. Yeah. If I couldn't, I wasn't getting any.
Well, then good for you.
I did this thing where I didn't have money, so I was like, fuck, time to develop a personality. Use that on her.
Oh shit, yeah.
Learn to
Yeah,
tell a
no,
joke.
I was a girl. I didn't need a personality or anything.
You just got done saying, this isn't me, that's not me. I was a
It's not
girl,
me
that's not how I
now.
behave.
It's not me now. When I was young and dumb and, well, not full of cum, but when I was
Not until
that
the end of
age-
the night, apparently. After you got all the drinks and sandwiches you could squeeze out of the deal.
Well, no. Wild and Hooters girl can confirm, just because you dress like that and they buy you stuff doesn't mean you have to give them stuff in return.
That's why I didn't buy stuff. I'm like, yeah. Like, I feel like this is weird.
A quickie makeout session is, we'll pay for a lot of drinks. when you're like 17, 18.
I used to walk up to women with a $20 roll of quarters, hand it to them and tell them they had a free night of play on the sex machine. It actually worked out a couple of times. Otherwise, you lost $20. It just seems like
That's yeah.
it's committing to
And
a bit.
if they play the game, she's got a good sense of humor. And if otherwise you're out $20. Well, that's a lot less than some folks are out spend.
Pat Fargo,
all
she
night
was shaking her
playing.
cowbell. Oh.
Yes, that woman on the Zoom.
I don't know if we're talking about the lady on the Zoom or not. Either way. So yeah, we've got all those to get into. Let's do the baby story thing because we're flying through the time. We've only got about a good 50 minutes left here, so a little less than an hour. So the baby's born on the same day as his mom and his grandma. I gotta know what the other weirder stuff is. Three generations of families all share the same birthday, March 16th. Starting with the grandmother, Mary Jo Peters. Then Mary Jo gave birth to her daughter, Caitlin O'Brien, 32 years later. And Caitlin just gave birth to a son, Sean O'Brien, on her birthday. The O'Brien family is feeling extra lucky this St. Patrick's Day. So on St. Patrick's Day, you keep popping out kids.
Yeah, the family line expands on St. Patty's Day. Not every year, but
dude, it gets weird.
Every birth.
All three of them share the same birth time.
Oh, that's neat.
3:16.
Okay.
What's the American abbreviation for March 16th?
Oh.
3:16.
Right, 3:16. Yeah.
So they're born at that time on the day. That's creepy as fuck. Caitlin delivered baby Sean at the hospital where she was born 32 years ago to the minute. The hospital staff were a little more enthusiastic of Caitlin's OB nurse telling reporters of the strange coincidence. My brother was also born at 3:16 at 3:16 p.m. Congratulations. Myself, my mom, and her mom, my grandmother, all share the same birthday. All natural, all unplanned as well. So awesome. Congratulations. Yeah.
Wow.
So,
So it's grandma, mom, new mom, and baby.
they were all natural births, Wild Saffron, no C-sections. Yeah, grandma, mom, and newborn baby. All born on the 16th. And apparently all born at 3:16 on the 16th.
Nice. That's very cool.
Yeah, because like... Yeah, because like there's nothing like that. Ivy was born at like 3 a.m. on her birthday. Completely unrelated. It didn't fit in any sort of way. That's creepy. Do you get a lottery ticket? Do you feel like you've got a leprechaun up your ass? What kind of luck do you... What kind of...
Yeah, I'd buy a lotto ticket for sure. Why not?
You could name it after the baby.
Right.
And their
Maybe
names
after
are
the lotto
O'Brien.
ticket,
Like it's
you can name
weird.
her
Their names are
49.
O'Brien. And they St. Patrick's Day, the 3:16, the whole thing. They're Irish, you know, so luck of the potato. Yeah, it couldn't believe it felt like the moment was simply meant to be. Yeah, that does it is that an easier birth? I want to know, like I'd like some way to like evaluate women's experiences of childbirth. Is it an easier birth when it's like the moment has arrived and the baby just goes, all right, and whoop. You talked about your
I like
births.
that.
Your baby's born at 3:16. Well, Austin 3:16 says, I just whooped your ass.
And then Rex Sturt comes in. O'Brien 3:16 says, we just had another kid. I like it.
Oh, dear Lord.
Or Lab Glass come in and whoa. Wait, your daughter was born on her birthday?
Yeah, no, but I'm
Yeah,
saying...
no.
I'm saying my daughter's
there was
birthday...
multiple generations was born.
I think she was talking about me talking about Ivy. I was saying my daughter's birthday, she was born at like 3 a.m. on her birthday. That time doesn't fit with the rest of the day at all in any sort of like coincidental. It's not like she was born at the time that is also the date abbreviation of her birthday. None of that happened. So that's all I'm saying.
I was born right around 4 quarter 4:15. I don't want to say 4:20 because it wasn't 4:20, but it was right in there.
Pothead, baby.
Actually, I'm gonna have to go and look. I'm actually gonna have to go and look that up. But I know this because my grandma, but I was birth took forever, and so my grandma went out with her girlfriends, and she was like 3 sheets to the wind when I was finally born. So she came and met me. She was hooped. It was a fun.
Nobody
family
wanted
story.
grandma to hold the kid.
Well, I was just a few days after her birthday. She was literally 50 years and a couple of days older than me.
Right. But I feel
Yeah.
like the birth thing is a couple days later. You shouldn't still be drunk from birthday party. You shouldn't be hungover.
I don't know.
And so if she's
I
going,
think I was born on a weekend. So maybe she couldn't
That doesn't
go
make
out
it
on
okay.
until Friday or Saturday.
you shouldn't say O'Brien that many times. You're turning him on. Who's O'Brien? 6:15 in the middle of a
That's true.
blizzard in New Hampshire. Says Keno. I don't know what time I was born at.
I was born, it was the hottest day to date on record in the town. And the air conditioning in the hospital was broken. And I was late coming anyways. So
So your
mom
mom
was
was
standing
pissed.
over towels. Yeah. Mom was standing on towels and the nurses were pouring ice water over her head, trying to keep her cooled down. Yeah, I was not nice to mom.
Sounds
I was
rough.
really not very nice to my mom. Yeah.
I'm like the third kid, so like everything was fairly standardized by the time I showed up. So it was pretty much
Yeah.
like now it's the time,
Everyone
hop
knew-
on the slip and slide,
their
go right
room.
out and welcome to the world. But I did
Yeah.
did not remember what time it was. I just know the day. That's it. That's all we have. All right, so I've got this other story to report on. If you guys, like Digger, want to take a crack at winning 250, and we'll link this. This is watchroster.com/VHS-hiring or hyphen hiring. They're looking for a new chief VHS officer. They're paying 3 people $250. So you visit the site, you sign up, you click here to apply. It's free. Applications are taken up until June 15th of 2026.
Yeah.
So first thing you do, you sign up, you apply, you get a list of movies. They ship you a VCR. This is the part that
And the movie.
And the movie.
Oh, okay. Okay. I thought I had to supply my own 3
No.
VHS.
No.
Oh, okay.
They supply
Okay.
you the movie. They ship you a VCR. You receive a curated list of 30 catalog titles from the 1980s to 90s, and you have to pick one.
And I choose. Okay. I gotcha.
Winners receive a VCR shipped to their door. No equipment needed. We handle it. The whole thing, you watch the movie, the whole thing on VHS, no streaming, no downloads, no exceptions. You complete a survey, and 3 winners are drawn at random. I want to know what we're doing this for. What is the difference between watching it on VHS versus like DVD?
I don't know. I thought it was to kind of see what VHS are still out there and working all these years later, but I didn't realize they were going to supply the VHS tape as well. I thought they wanted to see what was still out there in the world.
Well, it doesn't
was
say it's shipping them the VHS. It just says pick one, but I guess I'm assuming it's on there because it says,
But yeah.
get your film list, receive a curated list of
it.
titles, pick one because VHS
I don't think
sucks
my
as
dad
Wild
kept
Saffron.
it. He didn't keep the VHS there. Oh, VHS may suck, but there's some really good movies that I own that I only have on VHS.
24 questions about the experience due within 24 hours. So you get the VHS and the VCR. You got a day to
You
hook
have
it
to
up,
do
watch
it.
the movie, and fill out an 8-minute survey. And then 3 winners drawn at random from all completed entries receive $250. Every entry has equal odds. That sounds cool. But I
Yeah,
don't know that I
I'm
want to
in.
do it. Like,
I would.
do you get to keep the
Yeah,
VCR?
Mr. I want a new VCR. Me too. My dad got rid of his VCR. Disappointing. He had Gandhi on VHS, and it took 2 tapes. Watch the whole movie.
All right, so this is real research. What you're helping us find out. Your completed survey becomes part of a behavioral study that will publish in 2026. The findings will be publicly released at watchroster.com/VHS-study-2026. Here's what we're trying to answer. Do people pay more attention watching VHS than they do on streaming? What percentage of Gen Z has never used a VHS player before? I feel like I won't qualify for this. How many people actually finish a movie on VHS versus dropping off midstream? Does removing skip and fast forward actually change how you watch a film? Yes, I can answer that. Yes. Did watching on VHS make people feel more committed to finishing the movie? I don't think so. Did participants check their phone less during VHS than during their last streaming session? I'm going to say no.
I know, I don't think that'll change. But
Applicants
skip and
must
fast
rewind.
forward totally changed.
Applicants must rewind the tape when finished.
It's 2026. Be kind.
All right, so why VHS beats the algorithm? You commit before you press play. No algorithm deciding what's next. Tracking issues remind you it's real. You can't skip the opening credits. The rewind is part of the ritual. 578,992 films exist only on physical media.
I'm surprised it's not more, honestly.
That's an interesting thing. The prize for the
Yeah.
three winners is the $250. Select your age range.
Yeah, see, we're allowed. It's not like we're.
All right.
Yeah. Is it just me? Or is anyone else seeing that line that's slowly.
Oh, it's slowly going. It's deliberate. It's part of the web design.
I know. Is it not awesome?
No, Johnny, it's awesome. It's paused. It's not quite tracking right. You're getting such 80 kids vibes for this. I feel like you're gonna call them up and you're like, no, I want to watch way more than one movie. Send me a bunch of them.
Well, I thought they said 3, so I'll watch 3.
No, they give you one movie. You pick from a list.
Oh.
I'd like
okay.
to receive occasional updates from Watch Roster, including VHS market data, new features, and collector news. I mean, I don't know, man.
First movie we ever ran out or played too much was The Princess Bride, and Major League. Mom loved Major League.
Dirty Dancing,
there's a
Three
lot.
Amigos, Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
Gosh, I'm trying to remember. We had
The
so
Last
many.
Starfighter. That's one that they're talking about remaking, and I'm like, dude, that you can't. The Last Starfighter
please
was
don't.
was
It's just
everything.
not.
Just leave it as it is. But yeah, no. So
Yeah.
you can do this. You can sign up. You can do it. You can The Sandlot. You can skip the commercials in the VHS. Yeah, you can skip the commercials because you can fast forward
Yeah.
through them. And they're like, you
Well,
can't skip the credits. You can't skip the opening credits. You can fast forward through them though.
Yeah,
But-
you can forward through them. I really loved the fact that you could fast forward and rewind because my dad and I would watch the scary movies and the horror movies and watch the effects in slow motion. And then
Star
you could
Fox is
rewind
in the new
slow
Mario
motion and-
Mario movie. Star Fox deserves his own movie. # Star Fox movie. I wasn't alive when VHS was popular. Red Scooper, I was alive and remember Betamax. Betamax is the short,
Yeah.
chubby brother to VHS, and it was the predecessor to VHS. Right before Betamax was VHS. So for physical film media, we went from reels and stuff to the first playable cassettes. Betamax was the first big one, and then VHS was big after that. They tried to make Laserdisc a thing, and it lost out to
didn't.
DVD.
Yeah.
And then it went to DVD. I prefer DVD, easier to pause on the boobies, says St. Aaron.
Oh. Yeah. Maybe. I just remember having to do it with the VHS with Dad. It was fun.
I feel like there's so much more than porn though. Like why do we got to pause it on the boobies all the time? Just wait my. I can't think of a lot of childhood movies that had booby scenes you could even pause on, just to think of it just loosely, like on that way. Like, for example, Three Amigos. I'm sure there's no booby scenes. The best part about Three Amigos is the part where Martin Short talks about a mail plane. They see a plane flying by. He's like, it's Tubman 601. I flew one and little Nettie goes to war. And they're like, right? He's like, but I think it's a mail plane. And they're like, well, how could you tell? He goes, didn't you see the little balls? The little balls.
Landing. The
Got
landing.
It. No.
Oh, God.
Didn't you see the little balls? It's just, it's great. My first DVD player was a PS2. My first DVD was Stargate, the original Stargate movie with Kurt Russell and
cool.
The other actor whose name is escaping me at the moment.
Doesn't matter. Kurt Russell doesn't matter. Look, there was a nerdy guy. There was a nerdy guy and Romancing the Stone.
There was a nerdy guy and there was a hot guy. Spoiler alert, hot guy was Kurt Russell. Nobody gives a fuck about the nerdy guy's name.
Yeah, the pause function worked just fine on VHS.
The nerdy guy's like a really, really good actor, and it was like, in my opinion, like the nerdy guy's performance and everything is what really drew and brought the movie. Like, and Kurt Russell was just a name brand hunk of meat for the girls to get all slippery in their seat over. And I'm judging from how you responded with that, I guess it worked.
The Titanic was a 2 VHS set, says Fanatical Bucks fan. Yeah, my dad had Gandhi. It was a 2 VHS set.
I had to test a theory on how true to reality Titanic was, so I filled up a tub full of water. I chucked the 2 VHS box set into it, and it was just like the movie. It went up, and then it snapped in half, and they both sank down to the bottom.
Oh. Disorderlies with the Fat Boys. Nice.
Yeah, dude. We had, like, because I'm sure
Flight
you
of
had
the Navigator.
Did you have the fucking shelf of movies? Like, we had the crappy little wooden movie shelves that you could buy with the dowels for the back brace, and then just a slanted piece of wood, and it's just all of them. And then we slowly replaced them with like DVDs of the same ones.
Holders.
Sup, people just finished work, AML meetings all day. Sorry to hear about that, buddy. Welcome to the program.
Good to see
Lord of the Rings has 2 discs on Return of the King. Yeah, but that's Return of the King. It's a long-ass movie. And the worst, like, I don't know about everybody else, but I was so disappointed with The Lord of the Rings when I read the book before seeing the movie, Return of the King, because, like, everybody's like, not George R.R. Martin. Fuck, I'm screwing up his name. What's his name that did the Lord of the Rings? The director.
Tolkien?
Who? Peter
I was just
Jackson.
reading about him too.
Jackson.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Everyone's like, oh my God, Peter Jackson is such an amazing director. And I'm like, I mean, literally the only credit I give him for being amazing director is he had the balls to just stick with his source material, because like Lord of the Rings, Return of the King, the theatrical release is like cut, print, page, word for word the book. It's just the book. Even parts in the book that were set up to be things for later, but they didn't. Tolkien didn't finish that. They put that in the movie, and it makes zero sense. Like the fact that they make a point about everybody riding past these ornate statues on the road, and it's like, and I'm like, oh, I can't wait to find out what those ornate statues tie to, and we never get back to it. Never. And so, like, I got so annoyed with, like, it's okay, it's good, it's true to the source material, and yay for that, but no offense, Peter Jackson, overrated. He read a thing and he did a thing. He followed the instructions. Peter Jackson is someone who's like, oh, I bought a Lego kit, and every page of the book tells me how to build it, and then he builds it. Oh, my God, you're such an amazing Lego creator. No, he followed the instructions. As anyone should. The fact that we have to praise him for doing it is the loss of us as a society. And then I watched that King Kong movie with Jack Black, and I was like, he can fuck right off. Like after that.
Oh my
2
goodness.
nailed Lord of the Rings.
Walking, battle, walking.
Yeah.
Yes, St. Aaron. That's pretty much it. Yeah. Yeah.
Jennifer Smiley. Yup, Michael Jackson. No. I think we have the wrong Jackson.
No. There's a different one.
Sorry, Miss Jackson.
Yes.
Ooh, I'm here for Pete. I'm never gonna forgive him for Lord of the Rings. He's gotta apologize for that and many things. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Woo, I'm here for Pete.
Oh no.
Send your boy outside right now to die, or at the very least, I want to kick him and make him cry. That's it's too shoehorny. This is why I can't force it. Can't force it.
Nope. You got to record it as it's
I have no
happening,
clue.
so
Peter
you can
Jackson.
play it
Peter
later.
Jackson directed the Lord of the Rings series, the first one. Did he do the Hobbit too?
He did all three, didn't he?
Well, he did all 3 of the Lord of the Rings, but I'm curious if he did the Hobbit, like the Hobbit movie that came after. The Lord of the Rings was good. The Lord of the Rings was good. I'm not saying that the Lord of the Rings was bad. I'm saying that somebody took a piece of work that somebody else created. The person that created the piece of work originally was very descriptive, very vivid, to the point where any idiot, myself included, didn't really have a whole lot of free reign for imagination and self-creation. So it really kind of painted a picture. Then we took a guy who took this paint-by-numbers image, followed the instructions, and when it happened, people were eating his balls like he was the greatest filmmaker on earth. And it was like, no, I'm sorry, but like, and especially this is where I get pissed because I was kind of on the Star Wars Lord of the Rings like battle. On the Star Wars end, Peter Jackson didn't create a single industry to do what he did. He took the industries that existed, he took a script and a story that existed, and he followed the way it was written out in a fucking book. And then on top of that, they're comparing that to the creator of Star Wars. George Lucas. George Lucas literally created special effects techniques and industries in the process of making Star Wars. Because of the stuff he created, envisioned, and did in the purpose of making Star Wars, he started an entire industry. And people are like, Peter Jackson is like the next George Lucas. Like, they're not even remotely the same. They're not even they're not even in the same fucking realm, okay?
Yeah.
Jennifer Smiley, Johnny, you will love AI movies with that take. With what take? That we shouldn't be taking people who can just take something, take what's written and pump it out, and it's exactly as it was in the book.
Yeah.
Again, I'm fine with people being true to the source material. I'm not fine with us sucking
Just don't
somebody's
call them
dick
a
for
genius.
doing it. Like, don't call them a genius and compare them to actual creative geniuses in the industry and say they are like, you know, it's Stephen Hawking's second coming. It's like, right, but the guy can't do basic algebra. So I don't think it qualifies. I'm not.
Did you hear oh shit. What's the stupid dude the Corbett?
Corbett?
No, not Corbett.
Colbert?
He's a late night dude.
Yeah, Stephen Colbert.
Yeah. Yeah. He and his son are working on a screenplay. They are going to be the writers of a new Lord of the Rings book. Because apparently he is a huge Tolkien fan. And so I guess he's got Jackson on board.
So they're going to make a new Lord of the Rings movie and just do it in the world, or what?
It's just, it's based, it's supposed to be based on after
The Hobbit?
Bilbo's dead, like 14 years after after Frodo dies. 14 years later.
Well,
so it's his friends
Frodo
that went
sails
with him
off to the
without him.
Frodo sails off to the island of Everliving or whatever. Anyway, so it doesn't matter how many years after he's dead, we don't see him again.
Yeah.
He leaves like Gandalf and then came back for him.
His friends go on another adventure, and that's what they're writing. Yeah, I'm not going to be lining up to see it.
You called the Lord of the Rings trilogy paint by numbers. I called the director that copied exactly what was in the book paint by numbers. The same way an AI could have taken exactly what was written in the book and pumped that shit out. All I'm saying is he didn't deserve the epic level of he's so creative, he's so talented. Why? Because he made the actors do the lines that were written in the books? He made them give the performance that portrayed the character as it's written in the books? Johnny's seething over Peter Jackson. I'm not seething over Peter Jackson. Jelly for the Smelly really wants this to be more, oh, you're going to have with that take, you're going to love AI films. Like, one, AI gets stuff right, but they also get a lot of stuff wrong. Peter Jackson didn't get any stuff wrong. I'm not saying he got stuff wrong. I'm saying he is every bit as creative as George Lucas for what he did with Lord of the Rings was a vast, vast overstatement. I don't know. Zack Snyder is the most overrated director that adapts things. I wouldn't say he's the most overrated because, like, some of the shit he gets adapted doesn't go very far. Case in point, the Justice League thing. And he has to release his own version later. It just seems like he's whiny more than overrated. I'm still seething over Iron Man 3. Why? Because they cast Ben Kingsley? Because they f***ed over the character, the Mandarin, and they kind of passively rewrote him in later, but they're never going to touch it, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, but you're red and yelling. It's called performing. I give out a lot of energy on the show to do a thing. I'll have you know, like, I don't get quite as offended by Digger's insistent thoughts about my rating as I do on this. We work it up for fun. That's the bit. Thought we were all on board. We're doing the whole thing for fun. All right, so speaking,
I really do think you should be doing some pillaging, though, at the very least.
For the love of God.
Do some pillaging.
All right, so speaking of things people do for fun, let's check out how it's going let's check out how it's going in the Middle East for entertainment. Oh dear Lord. So we're just firing tires into a chimney?
Yeah, well, we're firing a tire and catching it and running it up, tipping it up into the chimney. It's a ladder. That looks like fun.
It looks like fun, but
I want to try.
Merry and Pippin actors want to be buried next to the actor who played Aragorn. Virgo said no, but the two actors are 30 years younger than him, so they said he doesn't have a choice.
That's good. They wait until he dies and then they run out and buy the plot on either side.
Or they just buy the plot now. Like they can't stop. He can't stop them from owning plots.
He's not dead though. They don't know where he's going to be buried until he's dead.
They just figure that out.
Okay.
I mean, if you want to be morbid about it, the way you'd go about it, I guess, you just whack the guy.
I never said anything about whacking the guy. I just said when the guy does pass from natural causes.
Well, I feel like the kind of people who
find out
engage
where
in
he's buried and then
R
buy the
wording and
plot to the
pillaging
next
after a
guy.
good raid usually would probably be like, well, you know how we can get you to the gravesite faster? We just whack the guy.
I never said that. You said that. Jeez. I'm surprised
And
you
I never
don't
said,
rape
and I
until
never said
after
that
we
rating had to
rape.
involve R wording. You're the one who keeps saying that, and then keep going after me for it. Like you're supposed to be rating, and you're not R wording. Like no, it's not. And again, it's the thing that you're like, but you're not doing that part. Like
pillaging?
you expect it. It's weird. It's Wild Saffron pillage for Peggy. Wild Saffron's very much on your side. I will not win in her eyes.
Yes.
Kurt Russell
No.
dressed as a hooker. Where? Tango and Cash? I don't know. Nobody accidentally records over movie from home footage
That's
on
true.
stream services.
That's
Yeah.
true when you're streaming. Yeah, that's true.
The very beginning.
And
oh, wait, what?
oh, well, my mother is a huge Toronto Blue Jays fan, baseball.
Mm-hmm.
And she would call from work to make sure that my brother and I would record her baseball games. And if we didn't have something ready and queued up, we were to record over whatever was there. Didn't matter what was on it.
See,
'Cause we knew the trick.
My grandma helped raise a lot of us as kids, and so my grandma got my younger sisters and my older sister into like fucking General Hospital. Like I think back like right before like Nathan Fillion and other people ended up on like that show.
Yeah.
Anyways, so she got him into General Hospital and shit, and the beginning of Three Amigos. Like it was a movie made by the Orion Film Studio. You remember the old Orion logo where the stars came in and made
the stars come around.
Yeah. That part was interrupted by a cliffhanger scene from General Hospital, and it's like and it's like Orion, and then we start the Three Amigos. They were the Three Amigos. It was so bad. The worst part is I will never to this day know who the f is responsible for it, because I know it wasn't me. And I know that when my parents berated all of us held out. Nobody owned up. Nobody really cared. Like, my parents weren't super upset. The movie wasn't ruined. It's only the beginning of it. But nobody would own up to who the fuck recorded General Hospital. And here's the part that I'm pissed about. The fact that my parents, and I know they're trying to do this whole like, well, we're interrogating you all equally. Fuck that. You know, neither of the two boys were like, you know what we want to watch before we watch a comedy? Let's watch General Hospital.
General Hospital,
boy.
Yeah.
Let's
record it.
Let's accidentally press record on the last fucking 5 minutes of General Hospital. That'll be hot. Fuck Nathan Fillion, by the way, overrated.
Hey, I like Nathan Fillion.
I don't think he's overrated. I think he's overused and exposed. I think Nathan Fillion was very good at filling a very particular niche, in the same way that Ryan Reynolds is like Ryan Reynolds in everything. I feel like Nathan Fillion is Nathan Fillion in everything, and I just feel like...
Yeah, but Nathan Fillion is supposed to be a nice guy in real life. Ryan Reynolds, not so much. Funny thing, though, they both started in Two Guys, a Girl, and a Pizza Place. It's a really awesome show from back in the day.
Were they both in The Girl or just in the Pizza Place?
No, they were in... It was the 90s... Yeah, it was a 90s sitcom. Of course,
he's bad in The Rookie. I will say this. The entire premise of The Rookie I thought was stupid. I thought the entire premise of The Rookie was stupid. Here's what I thought about The Rookie. The Rookie was somebody decided that we can try and make a character out of the... was it... What's Castle's first name? Anyhow, out of the Castle character, if he was actually like a cop. Like, that's all it is. Frank Castle? No, Frank Castle's the Punisher.
Yeah.
But either way,
I know. Okay, so it was a TV series. Only instead of being a famous writer, he was an actual cop.
Yeah.
Okay.
Except he's like a 45-year-old, fresh on the force, don't know dick rookie. So it's like, hey, what if the guy that's like, I got 5 years till retirement, just joined the force,
just started.
The only show that was worse, in my opinion, than that for a premise, I have to show. Have you ever heard of Ironsides?
Ironsides. Oh, I think so. It sounds very, very familiar.
I just have to say, again, and before we start this, as a person who is in a wheelchair, not an able-bodied person, the entire premise of this show can go fuck itself. Holy shit. That guy looks like Doima. For a hot minute, I'm like, did Doima break into film? Years ago?
This is about a kidnapping yesterday in Brooklyn.
You have the right to remain silent.
You're crazy.
See, he's a no-nonsense cop, but he's in a wheelchair.
Help him. I got my hands in the air. Come on, hurt me like you hurt those little girls.
You have the right to speak to an attorney before you speak to the police.
This is not how cops would behave, by the way.
Yeah, no.
What the hell is wrong with you? There are procedures, damn it, and they need to be followed.
Oh, it's him. Okay.
You were saying something about procedures?
do yourself a favor on this one
For
and give
5
me a break?
sixes.
Yeah, he
Really?
wheels in. Dude, they made an actual show out of the Family Guy bit about the police officer in the detective in the wheelchair. They made because Family Guy made a joke where a cartoon was new on Fox, and it's a dude, and they made an actual show about this. They gave it a season. It didn't work. It went downhill pretty fast.
Ellen says it's a remake of a 70s show, Ironsides.
Okay.
So
I didn't know that.
Eater.
Well, then you know what? Then add another log onto the pyre of fuck Seth MacFarlane, because his big
Johnny
funny
doesn't
bit,
know.
his big
Johnny
funny
doesn't
bit
know.
was a 70s show.
Give me one.
Oh, you mean other than your own building, a handpicked team of detectives?
Hey, none of that was given to me. I took what was rightfully mine.
Oh no.
Where is he? Gary, hold on. Whoa. Go, Alec. Here we go.
Has a very
Closing out the
unique
suicide.
perspective. What do you mean a very unique perspective? Crotch level? What's his
Crotch
unique
level, yes. Oh, Raymond Burr was the original Ironside. No, see, that sounds familiar. That's making sense. Raymond Burr is a Canadian, Johnny, in case you couldn't tell.
Seth
He was
MacFarlane was good
Perry
for the first
Mason.
7 seasons of Family Guy, and Ted, the rest was crap. I don't even know about the first 7. This is one of those, as I get older, Seth MacFarlane is less impressive to me. I didn't care about his space show at all. Family Guy is kind of meh. I know people shit on a Million Ways to Die in the West, but I still say if I feel like some people don't value enough a good, mindless, don't think about it, just enjoy it and laugh comedy. That's a good one for that. But whatever, I'm also a pothead.
Opening a homicide investigation. Give me the rundown
Well,
on
Wild,
Mullen
have a good
Financial.
So yeah, he's a dude in a wheelchair. Take care, everyone. I gotta go. Well, you go ahead and head out, Wild. We love having you here. We'll see you later. We got 15 minutes left. We're not gonna watch the whole trailer for this, but yeah, I was really that show right in the ass. I do not want to see that at all. All right, so we've got a couple of different things to do. I really do want to do that, and that's 3 minutes. And I want to do this one that you sent us, which is another 5.5 minute thing. So we'll see how we jump around on that. But that's the end of the show because it's the animal clip. So we got to figure out. Well, did and Seth MacFarlane do Robot Chicken? No, Seth MacFarlane.
Seth Green.
May have been
Seth
involved
Green
in but I'm
Robot
just saying
Chicken.
for voices, and because Seth MacFarlane and Seth Green worked a lot together. Seth Green's on Family Guy. Seth MacFarlane may have been involved in some of the writing and some of the
Seth
voices
Green.
of Robot Chicken, but Robot Chicken, as far as I know, is a Seth Green, and who's the other person? Let's Robot
Can't
Chicken
remember.
creators.
I totally had a crush on Seth Green growing up.
Robot Chicken creators. Seth Green and Matthew Senrick. They developed the top motion sketch comedy show, which premiered on Adult Swim. Right. Stupid Buddy Studios. Formed their own production company, Stupid Buddy Studios, to produce it. The show is also heavily driven by co-head writers Douglas Goldstein and Tom Root. So yeah, I would say there's probably very little Seth MacFarlane in that, other than doing voices. So, Ginger on Ginger Crush. So you had a thing for Seth MacFarlane in which show?
Buffy. Well,
Buffy?
I liked him in.
Didn't he become a
he's
werewolf?
done a few things. In Buffy, I can't remember now.
Didn't he become a werewolf? Now I have to look that up too.
But I saw him in a couple of things back in the day. Because we're of the same age too. So
Oh, that was in Oz. He was a werewolf in a fictional. No, Oz, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Yep. Discovers he's a werewolf in the episode Phases. Green gets elevated to main cast for the third
he's older
season.
than I thought.
Yeah, he is. He is old.
Well, no, he's not old, but he's. I thought we were within a year or two, and we're not.
Well, I mean, the guy's really old. I mean, he's a fossil. He was big when the 1920s were roaring, you know? I mean, it's just Matthew Lillard is in Daredevil season 2. What's he doing in Daredevil season 2? No offense, Matthew Lillard doesn't make a whole lot of sense in Daredevil season 2. He's certainly not playing
Who is Matthew Lillard?
Matthew Lillard played Shaggy in the Scooby-Doo recent live action rebooty thing.
Him. Okay. Yeah. I'm looking at him now.
I've enjoyed him in a lot of horror movies
forever.
as characters who die. I loved him in 13 Ghosts. I loved him in Scream, especially when I found out that at the end of the first Scream movie, when they cut each other and they're bleeding, and the other guy throws the phone to him and it hits Matthew Lillard in the head, and he goes, "Ow! You hit me with the phone, dick!" That scene. That wasn't scripted. That was an accident. He accidentally clocked Matthew Lillard with the phone, and Matthew Lillard played off of it. So he got hit, and Matthew Lillard didn't react to it initially, but instead of just freezing and everything like that, he rolled into it as he didn't react initially because they're suffering blood loss, so it's a delayed reaction thing. So then he's like, "No, I can still do it," and he picks it up just. Ow, you hit me with the phone, Jack. Speaking of which, that's why VHS movies can't compare to DVD. People like me who go back and watch the making of shit and hear those stupid little stories about the movie that I love that I just watched, I enjoy that crap. I love that. I love knowing that stupid inside baseball trivia stuff of if we were to watch Scream, after that scene, I'd be like, that scene was never supposed to happen. He was supposed to just take off the phone. He was supposed to hand it to him and all that shit. He was but again, one actor's in the moment. He threw the thing at the other actor who hit that actor. That actor was in the moment, played off of it. And they went, "It's better than anything else we could fucking do, so we're doing it."
Yeah, that is one of the good things between DVDs and VHS. Yeah, you've got the alternate endings, and you've got the behind the scenes, factoids and stuff that you get to enjoy. Or when the blooper reel comes up, that's you didn't get that on VHS.
Either way, I just don't want him playing anyone. Here's what I'm worrying about. I'm worried that Daredevil Born Again or whatever is doing well, and they're already talking about bringing other people from the early Netflix show back to. God damn it! This stupid fucking cable.
Oh, is that?
There's a camera cable, and it's fucking shit up. It's to the Brio. Just completely on. I don't know if something happened that the cable got stretched and it's damaged or what, but the damn thing won't stop. Connecting and reconnecting, so I'm hearing doo-doo, 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 doo-doo. I don't know if people could hear it, but I was sitting here and all of a sudden started going doo-doo, 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 doo-doo. And I'm like, all right, fuck off. If you can't pick a speed, I don't care if you're connected or not connected. Pick a lane.
Just do one.
That's all I need. You have two options. Oh, I bet that was Brian.
Dude, it was too.
It was Brian.
Done. Nicely done. You just suddenly you look like you're taking an electrical shock. It's awesome. It's really.
Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad you're so happy with this.
I enjoy it. I do. It would be less fun if I had to suffer as well, but it's one of the few pros to not being able to hear all the sound drops.
I would. I'll be honest. I'd really like it if you had to put up with this as much as I do.
I know you would. Chevy's saying, "I'm stretching my cable right now." Good for you, bud. Good.
All right. Well,
everyone needs to stretch a cable from time to time.
Giggity. All right. So there we go. We get the camera out of the way. I'm sick of the damn thing just going off. All right. So it's like watching Sean Bean movies, knowing he dies at the end. What's like watching Sean Bean movies? Man, I wish I would
Sean
bring
Bean
back.
Always ends up dying.
I wish. What was it? Man, I wish it would bring back Luke Cage and Iron Fist. I really enjoy those. Then the Netflix pulled them, dude.
I liked all the Netflix ones. I really did. I enjoyed all the Netflix ones. There was
hate
the
Iron
one
Fist.
dude. Well, I was going to say there's the one dude with the curly hair. I think it's Iron Fist.
Danny Rand, yeah.
Yeah,
The rich
that made-
blonde billionaire
wasn't
that
good.
inherited the ancient Chinese art of the ultimate power of Iron Fist to protect
Yeah.
Shangri-La.
Yeah.
And he,
Not
and he
a fan of
bails on
that
it to be
at
a
all.
stupid whiny baby about his dad's company. Yeah, fuck that guy. Like that character,
But the rest of them
actor
by
sucked.
Netflix, really well done. I enjoyed them.
Netflix is upping their prices again. Well, if they keep going up, then I'll just have to stop watching eventually. I can't. Look, I'm not like strapped for cash, can't pay my bills, but I pay my bills and I don't got a whole lot left to throw at the savings account. So I agree. Iron Fist is trash. And then he sold out his power and he gave it to fucking some other chick. And now, like in the comics, like Marvel has realized that the character they wrote in the 80s as, generic multi-million-dollar rich kid inheriting his family's corporation like Bruce Wayne and Iron Man and cut and paste stock hero here.
just wouldn't
Like they
happen anymore.
realized that wasn't really as good for the Chinese character.
I see.
Since he comes from China and he wields this ancient power that's been passed down through Chinese martial artists, seems weird that suddenly it's a rich white boy whose plane crashed in the Himalayas. So they kind of rewrote that in terms of the comics, and now Iron Fist, the current Iron Fist, is actually like Chinese and shit, as it should be, in my opinion. But yeah, I don't care about the Iron Fist Netflix show. I don't want that to continue. I didn't care about the actor. I didn't think the actor was good. I didn't like the show. Jessica Jones is back in Daredevil. Not a spoiler. Oh yeah, dude, that's not a spoiler. We've known for a while. Jessica Jones is back. There's talk about Luke Cage coming back. There's talk about Iron Fist coming back. And I don't want the Iron Fist one to come back. Jessica Jones was awesome. One, David Tennant plays the scariest villain I've ever seen. And David Tennant being like a villain in the Marvel world would be crazy. Someone has the ability to tell you to do something and you can't fight it. You just do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
The dude's destructive.
Yes. That would not be.
That'd be insane. I love that character in terms of just he's an evil character and he just has this power and he uses it on people. He's developed as a person in a way that literally, again, everybody will lie to you and nobody will tell you the truth because they're afraid you'll make them do whatever. I also think Shang-Chi.
Shanghai?
No, Shang-Chi. I think he means the 10 Rings.
Oh.
I haven't seen it.
Okay.
I haven't seen Shang-Chi, the 10 Rings or whatever. But that's a different one. That's another one where it's like that kind of ties into like the 10 Rings and the Rings of Power thing kind of ties into what's his nut from Iron Man that they kind of bastardized, but I didn't watch the movie. I saw enough previews of it. I was way out before that stuff started. That stuff started though, and that's where I'm like, all right, Marvel, I'm gonna tap out, and just not pay attention for a while. And I've been pretty happy that way. I'd say it's worked out well. All right, so this is oh god, we're running out of time, so we've got to get to this. Is what you think I'm doing later tonight. So
Yes. When you're done the raid, this is what I expect you guys to be doing.
Because Vikings would just stab their... What the fuck is this, by the way? They're sitting here, they're eating. What the hell is this that he just spilled a whole bunch of... Is this bread?
I don't know.
Is this a fucking...
I think it's bread.
Yeah, it's supposed to be some sort of bread.
Yeah. Oh, great. Now the one-eyed guy is going to throw the axe.
Well, he's...
Great.
He doesn't
Great.
have to... The beauty is, this other guy over here, he had to close his eye to get... He doesn't need to.
He doesn't need to. Oh.
This is way too loud. Wasn't this loud earlier? Up the last bit. Now throw the horn.
Yay.
So again, because they hate her, I guess they had to cut her. That's what you think we do. Giant pancakes, says
Yes.
Jennifer Smelly.
Yes. Eat, drink, and pillage and great things. Yes.
Attempt
What I would
isn't
say.
it. The Mandarin that appears in both Iron Man and Shang-Chi, that could be wrong. Loki season 2 is a must watch. People said they liked Loki and Loki season 2, but I don't know. Yeah, dunk tanks were a good idea. And he's in Wonder Man. Who's in Wonder Man? Who's in Wonder Man? That movie, the clip we just saw, or
I don't think so.
I want to know, like, so wait a minute, was the Mandarin in Shang-Chi or whatever? Was the Mandarin involved in that one? I have no idea. Again, I haven't watched it. I haven't watched any of that stuff. All right, so we've only got a couple minutes left. I'm going to save those other goof around, find out videos for later. We'll go with this. We'll go over here and we'll watch a little bit of this for our little lighthearted animal video of the day. Thank you, everyone that's helped out, participated, been part of the show. We're very, very grateful to have you all guys hanging out. So this bird is a rescue.
Reel her in.
Yeah.
Reel her in. Reel her in.
This bird's a rescue.
Turtle is older than me, 40 years old, and her personality is pure diva energy. Every morning, the moment I pick up my toothbrush, she shows up immediately flapping her wings, making a scene as if she's saying, "Excuse me, brush my beak first." It started as a silly joke years ago, and somehow it turned into a sacred ritual in our home. Turtle's story began completely by chance. A friend of my husband who owns a pet store found a cage left at his doorstep. Inside was a terrified, scruffy parrot who looked like she'd been through a lot. We knew nothing about her. Not her age, not her gender, not her past. All we knew was that we couldn't leave her out there for another minute.
Why'd you name her Turtle?
For a year and a half, we thought Turtle was a boy. Then we finally got her tested and learned she was actually a girl. But no one wanted to change her name. Turtle just fit her and her bold little personality. She slipped into our family's.
Turtles are not bold. Turtles
I was
are
going to
rather
say, that's not
lethargic.
really
So naturally,
I don't think
she
Turtle.
loves attention, loves company, and absolutely can't.
Is that safe? You're going to put that in your mouth.
Being alone.
Well, I'm guessing they have a different heads for her.
And that's just, she's attacking a paper towel. So apparently this bird's very big
The
about
moment
beak
someone
hygiene.
leaves the room, Turtle calls out sadly. If she feels left behind, she climbs down and waddles around looking for us. At night, she
Aw.
insists on crawling under the blanket, pressing close to me like she's warming up. Honestly, sometimes she's more like a cat than a bird. But a diva is a diva, and Turtle has 100% pure personality.
Alrighty, this is going on for a while. We're already a minute over. So this is a fun little thing. Good for Turtle.
Yeah. If I even touch them, Turtle puffs up, screams, and charges like she's defending her territory.
Yeah, Turtle
I
hates
have
the
no
Swiffer.
idea
That's a
why,
very
but
cat
to
behavior.
her, cleaning feels like a personal insult.
Now you're just fucking with the bird.
Turtle senses my emotions in a way that still surprises me. When I'm sad, she flies over, rests her head on my shoulder, and quietly chirps as if she's saying, "It's okay. I'm right here."
Aw.
When I laugh, she mimics me, and it truly feels like she's laughing with me. With Turtle around, the house never feels empty.
Aw. Well, there you go. There's our aw birdie moment of the day. Make sure you hit that
Yeah.
follow, smash that thumbs up, and repost peeps as neurodivergent ones. I don't know, man. It's a niche show. It's not for everybody. And I like that. It's not for everybody. What did Los Federales say? It sounds kinky. I'm in my car and I'm doing speech to sex. So if it doesn't get the words
Yeah.
correct, sometimes I don't think he's doing speech to sex. Otherwise, he's combining what both of those ladies in those two different court cases were doing today. You know, at a certain point, I should just say, whatever. It's great for skill. I would feed it to my cats as Mishku. That's mean. That's mean.
That's not nice. She's already 40 years old. That's
a
that's,
cute
that's
little
a bird
bird.
that's been around and seen some shit.
Jennifer's my great job, Turtle. Now the show's over. You dick. All right.
Way to finish the show for us.
All right. Well, no, actually, that was the plan. That's what we wanted to do.
Okay. Well, good then. Bye.
All right. You don't have anything else going on tonight, right? No.
Nada.
And you're not doing any
Nada.
streaming tomorrow? You coming on this show tomorrow?
Nada. Nope. Nope. Nada.
Wow. Not you. But you weren't on Wednesday. I think you should be on
I
tomorrow
know.
since you weren't on Wednesday.
I have to pee, so I'm not going to play this game right now. If you could end the show.
You're a cunt.
And then we'll talk about Friday.
All right. Later, folks.
Fuck off.
Yes.
Hey world, what should we do? All the jokes have become the news. Take the black pill they're prescribing you. Game over. Game over. Game over. Game over. There is nothing to say, nothing you can do. The government and media just lie to you. Sit back and laugh, it's